Yes. Welcome to another brand new episode of the Kickout. And the road to Wrestlemania is coming to an end, actually. We're going to pull over, take a left turn and stop because this weekend is Wrestlemania. And I have my co-host Tay and Mex with me. Say hi, everybody.
What's up?
We'll be doing a lot of content this week. And this is a very special episode because not only do we have a special guest that's going to be performing at WrestleMania on this podcast today, but we also have a special team, a special guest, our podcast rivals. These guys let me tell you something, man. These guys has made us work hard. I'm going to be real. They've sparked a new light and life into the world of wrestling podcasting. They come different. I love these guys. They just bring something new and different to the table. And this was so long overdue. And I'm so glad to say I've got the Wresthings family up in here. Please introduce yourselves. Wresthings, let's go.
When I say go, please say daddy. Go up.
Daddy.
Leg drop hating, big back rubbing, Chris Jericho loving, son of a gun, it's your boy Delboy, aka Soul Dilly, aka Pro Got Tees, aka All Fitted No Cap, aka the Cardio Maniac, it's your boy Delboy. Wow.
Yes.
Delboy.
It's your boy Sam Blacks, Mr. Controversial, Underdone. Yeah, that's Pete Dunne and The Undertaker. Mr. Hot Takes.
aka,
you know, Mr. 5 Dead or Alive, Big Men. It's your boy Sam Blacks, Controversial Files. Love it.
Love it.
What we say? Is it me? Yeah.
Yeah, that's you, brother.
That's you, brother.
From South London, best part of London, home of the roadside G's. It's your boy, Mass Married Man. We're here in the building. You know what to do next, man. You know what to do next.
who's that jumping up? This guy.
Yo, it's the Foolish Professional, aka Nafi. I used to root for guys like Virgil, but until he showed his balls, I don't root for that guy no more. But big up Kenny Omega, big up Matt Hardy, big up Jeff Hardy, big up all the guys that, you know, paved the way in it.
Lovely. Thank you guys, man. So good to have you guys finally back on the show. Before we start off, we got some sad news that came in a few hours ago. Rest in peace to DMX, one of the greatest rappers of all time, a legend in the business, and he'll be surely missed. I'm sure we can just talk about DMX all day, but we'll have to save that for another podcast because we'll be here for hours if we have to talk about the life of Earl Simmons. But rest in peace to DMX, a true legend. I'm going to be bumping some DMX this weekend for sure.
No,
you know. But let's talk about actually before we talk about Takeover, let's have a look because some people, you know, who listen to the Kickout might not know much about Wresthings. Does anybody want to come forward and talk about your podcast? Give it some promotion, promote what you guys do, talk about what you guys do. You guys are crazy when it comes to the visuals on YouTube. Please plug the podcast, please, before we start.
Where do we start? What's the best place to go, guys? What do we say?
Well, okay, I'll ask a question. How did it all start? How did you all get together to do this podcast?
So what's mad is that me, Sam Blacks, and Delboy went to the same uni. Verse used to come down to the uni because I was best friends with his housemate. But he was best friends with my housemate, who was also my friend as well. And after those days where we watched wrestling together, and Verse will come in the room as well and watch it with us. Then we'll have chats in the kitchen about wrestling. I knew Delbo through Sam because on my 22nd birthday, if I'm correct, I had a house party, and Delbo is coming to my house wearing a WCW hat. And I stopped him by the kitchen and I said, yo, who the hell are you, bro? And he goes, oh, my name is Derek. Nice to meet you. And he goes, I was like, bro, you're a wrestling fan? He goes, yeah. I was like, bro, we're going to be best friends. From then, we just, kept it going. And obviously the new Sam as well. I didn't know Sam likes wrestling until I've spoken to Delboy. So Delboy's also told me that, yeah, Sam's a big wrestling fan. And as time's gone on, like, you know, we had group chats here and there, had discussions here and there. Then eventually we just, you know, came out the podcast and done episode 1 without no visuals. Then episode 5 kicked in, and that's where the magic happened, innit? And things just took off.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything out, lads?
No, you more or less said everything. Started as a group chat, and then it is what it is now, man.
I have to say, man, the content is insane. So keep it up, guys, man. You guys are. I have
Man.
faith that you guys are gonna see. You know, you're gonna reach heights with this podcast. So keep going, my friend.
Appreciate it.
Kickout pod paved the way for us, man. So we
No,
wouldn't
it
be
appreciate
here
you
without
saying
you
that.
guys.
Well, thank you.
Wouldn't be
Thank you.
here.
I
There wasn't really that many.
I think Ace and I was the first Black British wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
I think
That was the first. I presume that was the first people I saw do it.
Thank you, man. Well, I appreciate you guys saying that. I wish Ace was here, man. I wanted Ace to kind of share this moment with you guys, but we'll do that. We'll do that again. We'll have another. We'll have you guys back on the show. All right, let's talk about NXT Stand and Deliver. Was that the name of the takeover?
Yeah.
Max, my man. Yeah, go on.
Apparently, day one was called Stand and day two was called Deliver. Apparently,
How would they do that?
People on Twitter were saying NXT Takeover Deliver is tonight, and I was like, wait, what are you not talking about? So I didn't know it was split up like that, but yeah.
I don't know whose idea. That's some crazy creative ideas. But
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised. I think none of us would be surprised if that was the case. Max, would you mind giving us a rundown on the matches that happened, and we could all talk about. Let's mention the matches, and we could all give our opinions of what we felt.
Cool. So I'm struggling to remember what was before the gauntlet match.
The first of night one.
It was Kushida, Pete Dunne. That's what it was.
That's right. That's what it was.
So obviously a strong style match. These guys were fighting to see who is the best technical wrestler in NXT. Like I was saying on my review, for the first 5 minutes, there was no one in the ascendancy. Like it was literally 30 seconds Pete Dunne, 30 seconds Kushida. Kushida kind of worked his way into it, took control of the match. I love that. What's his submission finisher called? The hoverboard lock.
Yeah.
The one he flips into it from the top rope. Eventually, Pete Dunne kind of fought his way back into the match. Hit him with a roundhouse kick, snapped the fingers, hit him with a bitter end, and got the win. So a big win for Pete Dunne. Kushida kind of in obscurity, but good opening to the show. I think he should have gone a bit longer. What do you guys think of how the match went?
That's a great shout. Let's go with Sam first. Sam,
Yes.
What was your thoughts on this match? And do you feel that the pace was kind of cut short with the time?
No, I think the timing was okay. I wasn't fussed with it. I do feel like it was a very technical match. I do feel like they could have done more. Like I said, the match could have been longer, but I understand. Like it is what it is. Like sometimes the match doesn't have to be so long for it to be effective. You know what I mean? As long as you just get the main spots and main things done, that's all that needs to be done. And Pete Dunne and Kushida, got that accomplished. So big them up, man. 100%. Very good, man.
Tay, did you feel Pete was the rightly deserved winner, or do you think they should have given it to Kushida because he might need a bit of a big one right now?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like Kushida really needed it. The fact that he hasn't, I want to see how it's going to play out from here because he's not in a strong position. But Pete definitely deserved to win it. Off the back of Kushida, I don't know what's going to happen to him. I don't know if he's going to be in a strong position afterwards. So.
Lucha V, do you see this becoming a series of matches between? Because I know they've had a match before, but do you see this as a rivalry between Kushida and Pete Dunne going forward, or was that it? Was that the last match we're going to have for a little while?
No, I can see it being a series. I feel at the moment I haven't really seen them. It's kind of the match just kind of happened. I feel like it can be a bigger story that can come out of it. I could see it being a 2 out of 3 series. I can see them developing, or even just Kushida even disputing it to be like, okay, that you was a better man tonight, but let's have maybe if it's another one contenders for the North American Championship. I can see the stakes getting higher and higher. I don't think it can end there. As much as it was a decisive win, I still feel like there's more to it. Like Blacks was saying, they could do a bit more.
Yeah. Del Boy, before this match took place, Triple H and Shawn Michaels did they did that press conference with NXT. They did that little press conference, right? I see Triple H said something like, Pete Dunne said that he's the greatest technical wrestler in the business. And he goes, and then I noticed, I looked over at Kushida, and Kushida had a look at his face like, really? Okay. Do you see Triple H and Shawn learning from mistakes like what they've done with Nakamura and what they've done with Kenta, and really think they could probably make a real star out of Kushida?
I think it's mad to say, but I think wrestlers that are Japanese men are doomed in WWE as it is. Anyways, I don't think there's a ceiling to them. There's nothing like besides them coming in. They're gonna have their strong style matches. They're gonna be on NXT. They're gonna have matches of the year candidates all the time. But by the time they get onto the main roster, that's when Vince is kind of gonna lose sight of what to actually do with these wrestlers. It's either they're gonna have funny entrances here and there, or they might put them in a segment where they're wearing ninja outfits. So I think the ceiling is once they go to the main roster, it's a wrap for them. So it's either they don't come to WWE or they just stay on NXT. That's the only solution to it.
And Nafi, do you think that's a fair shout? What Del Boy is saying? Do you think Kushida might his height at WWE might just be NXT?
Oh, right, it's a techie one, man, because it's like you always want the best for these wrestlers that you like, and Kushida is one of the guys I like. But it's like him in the main roster, bro. They're just gonna canteen that guy, man. I'm sorry, they're gonna keep the canteen, bro. They're gonna put him in gimmick like that. He's got a Back to the Future gimmick, right? Fam, they're gonna take it to another level, bro. They're probably gonna get him have a manager that looks like the Doctor. Do you know what's the guy from Back to the Future called?
Doc Brown. Doc Brown.
Doc Brown. They're probably gonna get Doc Brown to follow him to the ring and make it a proper thing, innit?
You know, one of I can't remember which Wrestle Kingdom it was. There was a Wrestle Kingdom a few years back where Kushida came out.
Oh, yeah, he done the entrance, yeah.
Yeah, he came out.
Yeah.
And he had somebody dressed as Doc Brown.
It was just before he came to WWE.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrestle Kingdom before he came to
WWE will
WWE.
see that tape here and be like, oh yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. They
WWE
probably saw that. They probably saw
that.
Sorry, Del Boy. What are you saying, Del Boy?
I said WWE, instead of doing Back to the Future, when he gets to the main roster, they'll make him do Rick and Morty just to make it a bit different.
Yeah.
For real, I think that's right. All right. Are we okay? So I guessed Kushida was going to win, so I was wrong there.
I know. Me and Tay definitely said Pete Dunne were gonna win.
I think you both said.
I said Kushida.
I think Tay said Kushida. I think Mex, you definitely said Pete Dunne. Did you guys have this as P or did you have this as Kushida going in?
Done.
I said done, innit? The done.
Yeah, I think we all said done.
Okay, so they all said done. All right, okay, all right. Next, the next match was the Gauntlet, wasn't it?
Yeah. This was the one me and Tay got wrong. So eliminator Gauntlet match. So every 3 minutes a new competitor entered. The match started with Isaiah Swerve Scott and Leon Ruff. Their kind of feud continued, and to be fair, I think Swerve Scott was the MVP of this match. I still don't think much of his character, but his work just kind of shone through throughout this entire match. Bronson Reed came in afterwards. Obviously, that's a big, powerful man that these two smaller guys had to deal with. Cameron Grimes came in, moonsault straight away. Him and Isaiah Swerve Scott teamed up to take him out the ring. He pulled a wad of money out of his trunks, paid off Swerve Scott, and they kind of worked together for the rest of the match, which was quite kind of entertaining. Dexter Lumis then joined, followed by LA Knight. Dexter Lumis I think he had someone in a headlock. He got flipped over by LA Knight and got pinned, eliminated. Sorry, Liam Ruff was eliminated first. Then Dexter Lumis. LA Knight then got eliminated. Then him and Dexter Lumis got into a little thing on the outside. So that might be a little feud going forward. Cameron Grimes then got eliminated. And then we had Swerve Scott, Bronson Reed, the last two left. Despite 3 of these like kicks to the side of the head that Bronson Reed ate. Bronson Reed wouldn't die basically. Went up to the top, delivered this big tsunami splash that he does, pinned Swerve Scott. So he was the man to go on to night 2 to face Johnny Gargano for the North American Championship.
Okay, I'm gonna open this question for anyone that wants to jump in first and say it. So don't try not to talk over each other. But Bronson Reed, was that the right decision?
Yeah. You know what it is? I liked LA Knight's performance, you know. I actually had to look back at it and he was superb. Like, I thought he done sick and it was kind of short as well, which was kind of annoying. But, like, no.
The performance says that it should have been Swerve Scott.
Yeah.
But at the same time, would it have been a bit of a mess if Swerve Scott put on that kind of performance and then lost to Johnny Gargano?
Yeah.
Like, how would we feel about it then? So
And
it made sense. Bronson Reed was a big man, like he could dominate something like this.
And Bronson Reed's not a bad worker as well. Bronson Reed.
He put a show.
And I think that he's got a bit of stock behind him. And I kind of want to see the Leon Ruff and Swerve stuff play a bit more as well before Swerve becomes like a contender for the title. Yeah. So I'm going to be real. I'm not a fan of Dexter Lumis. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
I'm 50-50 about this guy, man. I don't understand.
I just don't understand the character. I don't understand. Is he a serial killer? What's his thing? I don't know what his thing is. And LA Knight, yes, he is good on the mic, but he sounds too much like The Rock, man.
Okay. He is a white version of The Rock. Literally a white version.
When he came out, he sounded like 1999 corporate rock.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. What's you guys think?
I like LA Knight. I think I said in the group chat when everyone was watching together, but talking at the same time in this group chat. And I said, LA Knight is a sick opportunist. It's just a shame that he didn't go on to win. And I thought he was gonna win. I thought he was gonna like do that whole thing the whole way through the match, like just cheat out guys and get the pin and eventually become the winner, like on the Edge thing. But LA Knight's sick, man. I feel like he's got a lot more to show in NXT. He hasn't been in for that long, and yeah, that opportunity thing is gonna take him all the way to the top in WWE. I feel like.
I just want to say, yeah, Eli. Like, if you got to understand, he was Eli Drake before, so you got to understand he's already credible enough. Like,
yeah. I know he's got a big name TNA and stuff.
NWA, TNA, all of that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I kind of expected him to just do his thing, but no, I get it. Like, I understand in it.
I mean, I think, like you said, he's reputable already, but there's a line between homage and just straight catting someone. Like, he is catting The Rock completely. And it's to that point where I'm just like, I kind of don't like it.
No, I get it. Fair enough.
I agree with Tay. I thought he was gonna say the Knight says, "I'm gonna whip you." I thought he was gonna listen, I'm not surprised if he does all of that. I'm like, nah, man, what is this?
I don't mind him at all. Like, I think, like, if he kind of he can take a bit of it, but like bring his own spin on it, then he'd be wicked. Like, he'd be excellent, and he definitely can go to the top. But right now, just pull back on The Rock just a little bit, bring himself in. With Dexter Lumis, I don't think he hasn't got his balance yet. He's just a bit of a. I'm not really sure what he's doing. Like you said, Skillet, I'm not really sure what he is, what he's doing, and I thought it would have been him just because, you know, like on the main roster, there's like a strategy behind someone. So I predicted him on the strategy of a main roster, whereas this is NXT and they think very differently. On the main roster, he definitely would have gone through.
Yeah, Loomis's ceiling is Halloween Havoc. That's like his Christmas, his New Year. Once that comes around, they do whatever scary kind of thing for Dexter Loomis. And then it's true, bro. Like, and then after, what you say?
That was the first time they've done that.
I know, but that's the ceiling, bro. Like, it can't really get any better. Like, how long is a character that doesn't talk gonna last?
Listen, when Vince figures out who Dexter Lumis is, the way he's gonna go wild with his booking on that character.
It's true.
It's gonna be like, you remember when DDP first came to the WWE and they had him stalking Undertaker's wife?
Yeah, Sarah. Yeah,
it'll be like that kind of nonsense, bro.
It'll be wild still.
But Del Boy, you a fan of Del Boy, you're a fan of Bronson Reed. Did you enjoy this gauntlet match? And are you a fan of Dexter Lumis?
I enjoyed the match a lot. I don't know, maybe it was just me, but I felt like it was a bit short. Don't know if it was meant to be longer, but I don't know, it just breezed by. But I like Bronson Reed. I feel like with him being in WWE, he's kind of tamed this kind of moves that he does, because when he was in the Indies as Jonah Rock, he had like more maneuvers, but I'm guessing like WWE are trying to now push him more as like a big man as opposed to like a hybrid, because you've already got like the Dominic Dijakovic, you've got the Keith, he's already got the big men doing that kind of stuff. Dexter Lumis, I'm not too fussed about him. I feel like his character in TNA was a bit better, where he was able to speak and there was a lot of depth to his character, whereas now it's the silent man that chokes you out and then that's it. I don't really care about it. Like, he's good, but I'm not fussed. Like, if he wins, he wins. If he doesn't, I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Okay. Should we talk about the next match, Max?
Yeah, in what I thought was probably match of the night. Walter defending the NXT UK Championship against Tommaso Ciampa. I was excited from the jump because we got our Ciampa back.
Sorry,
bruv, we got our Ciampa back. This is 2018 Ciampa. He shaved his head, none of that old man thing. The attire, the jacket, and everything. Like, brother was looking smooth, like he's really come to take this championship today. Obviously, Walter, just his presentation, everything, coming to the ring over 700 days, NXT UK champion. And you know what? He didn't completely batter Ciampa with the chops, as you know, we may have thought. Like, obviously, like Sam was just saying, the big spot early on was he went to chop Ciampa by the announcer's desk. Gimmick table or not, who knows? He put his hand straight through the top of the table, shattered wood everywhere. He sold his arm for the remainder of the match, to be fair, which is good on him. Ciampa picked him off his feet quite a few times in this, which was pretty surprising because Ciampa's basically a cruiserweight going against someone that's nearly 300 pounds. And then, yeah, we had like an air raid crash, I believe, off the top rope by Ciampa, like a lot of near falls in between. But at the end of the day, I think it was 2 power bombs and then just one devastating chop, which put away Ciampa. Walter retains the NXT UK Championship. Went on even the following night to fly back to England and retain it against Rampage as well. So, hard-working champion.
Anafi, are you a fan of Walter's work as the United Kingdom champion? And do you see this 700+ days reign ending anytime soon? Or are we going to see it for a 3rd year? What do you think?
Listen. You know, I love Walter, man. Walter's a cool guy, man. I like him in ring. He's probably sick. But fam, he needs to let it go. He's been holding his belt captive for time. Bro,
what did Ace say the other day? It's enough.
It's enough.
I wanted to speak to Ace today about this because, fam, it's out of order now. It's out of order.
No, it's not.
What do you mean? Bro?
It's not time
How
to
can
go.
you for that long? How can no one not defeat you? Rampage Brown had him on a rope.
Why not?
Today,
Why can't we have long reigning champions in this era? Why not?
I'm gonna intervene here, right? Because I was with Anafi. I was with him before I saw Takeover. I was with him. I was with Ace as well. I thought, okay, it's probably his best time to put in somebody else. But then I watched Takeover, and I just remembered how great Walter is and how fantastic he is.
He's fantastic.
And I'm gonna be real. You take that belt off him, and it goes to who does it go to?
It's going to Dragunov.
No one else.
Dragunov is the only person that's really taken him to his limit. So I think the minute they get crowds back, they can do NXT Takeover Belfast or whatever. Dragunov is winning that title.
Yeah.
Lucha B, are you? Sorry, go on. What you were saying?
I was gonna say, even I feel like Rampage Brown needs to have another crack at it. I feel like the match he had yesterday was quite sick. You know, it was quite level-headed. I feel like if them two were to go again in front of a crowd, I think Walter probably lose it then.
Lucha V, where do you stand on this Walter long reign? Do you think he still have this title?
He should still keep it. I don't see on credible other than Dragon. I agree with Max, like until a crowd comes, because they have history from their first match. I think they can build upon the story that was built on that because he's the only one that stood up to all the chops that Walter put on him. I feel like that's the only direction you can go because I feel like it'll be a letdown if you give it to anybody else. As much as Ciampa looked better here, if we give it to Ciampa, it would have been all right, cool. And then after a couple of weeks, they would have lost steam, or people would have went back to Walter anyway. So I think it needs to be built, and Dragunov has to build in story.
Okay, I agree. I think let Walter keep the title until crowds are back, and you can drop it to like make a star. You can make a star out of someone. You know, let's see. What was the next match, Max? I can't even remember now.
I think the next match was the main event. Raquel Gonzalez.
No, the tag team match.
That's what I was saying. Let's go to Del Boy with this. Actually, talk about the tag team match, and then we'll go to Del Boy first.
So MSK. We have a new entrant. 3, 2, 1. The heavyweight champion of radio has arrived.
We are in control.
A couple seconds later, he would have come into that Walter conversation. In fact, bring it back. Let's talk.
Yeah,
no, Ace, you know what? I can't even stay. I just wanted to say wagwan to everybody.
Ace,
I didn't want this episode to go without being part of it. So this is a kind of a quick cameo. Wagwan to everybody, man. It's lovely to see so many black faces. Where's Flu?
He's got a plumber. He has a plumber at his house today.
That's a shame.
But before you go, Ace, we were just talking about Walter. And do you still think they need to get the belt off him? Or?
Yes.
Thank you.
Just
Take
run
it.
back that belt. Run it back.
It's enough.
It's not
enough.
time to go.
It's enough.
Fam, you're gonna make the guy for 10 years and you're gonna be sitting down there like, come on, man.
But why not? I don't see why not.
Fam. Man, like Mugabe, bro. Let it go, fam.
I'd like an international UK champion. I'd like an international NXT UK champion.
But isn't Walter international?
No, I would have liked Ciampa to have got it, if I'm honest.
Same.
Okay,
Just
fair enough.
Did you guys notice Pete Dunne was sending shots to Walter and
Everyone
Swerve
knows about the hands,
Scott?
isn't it?
Yeah, everyone who's bending fingers in their matches.
Yeah, I see that.
Very, very interesting. Like Pete Dunne was the first one to do that. He really was not. But anyway, let's keep going. Next, the tag team match.
MSK versus Grizzled Young Veterans versus Legado del Fantasma. Legado del Fantasma kind of had the pace in the early settings, but the long-term story is being told between MSK and Grizzled Young Veterans. Kind of speeding towards the middle and stuff. We saw what was a really near fall where Legado del Fantasma looked like they were about to win. Wasn't going to happen. We saw Grizzled Young Veterans take out Joaquin Wild. MSK took out Raul Mendoza, and then it was just them guys left to square off. And in the end, MSK used their finisher and pinned Grizzled Young Veterans for the win. So they are the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Del Boy, did you have MSK going into this match as the new Tag Team Champions?
There it is. I knew they were going to win, but I didn't want them to win. I like MSK, but I love Legado del Fantasma. They're my team. But at the same time, I wanted Grizzled Young Veterans to finally get that championship win because I feel like they should have won the Dusty Rhodes Classic last year. I feel like they should have won it this year as well. So I was thinking maybe they might get some sort of upcomings and, get the titles that they surely deserve. Because I personally feel like Grizzled Young Vets are the best tag team in WWE. As much as Legado del Fantasma is my favorite team, I feel like Grizzled Young Vets are the best team. But MSK won the Dusty Rhodes Classic, so they were clearly going to win. It was needed. So yeah, big up them.
I've got one question. Yeah, MSK have come in. They won the Dusty Classic. They're now tag team champions. I think this is pretty much all happened in the space of 3 months or so. Like, what happens to them after this? They've basically been shot to the top. Like, where did, apart from down, like what else can happen for these guys?
A 3-year reign, like Walter fan.
That'd be sick.
It's a good question. I guess they were a fantastic tag team. They were killing in the indies way before they got to NXT. I spotted them before. So I don't know. I guess a program with Fantaza. What's it? What they call it again? What El Fantasma? What they call it again?
You know what's so funny? Everyone's been getting that name wrong, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I've been getting that name hella wrong, boy. Maybe a little program with them would be quite nice. That'd be quite a good.
They're moving on to Drake Maverick though and Killian Dane, right?
Yeah, Drake Maverick and Killian Dane are number one contenders. I think that's a quick thing, and then they'll come back to something serious. Probably
I think so too. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, let's talk about the main event. Io Shirai, the Yardi Princess. Tay was saying that she can I say other half, Tay? Yeah. Tay's other half doesn't really watch wrestling, I don't think. But he was watching it for Tay, and he noticed Io Shirai, and he was like, she looks like one of those Japanese women that love bashment.
Can I just tell this story before I go quickly? I went to Japan in 2004, and I didn't know about like Japanese people, how much they were into bashment. And Shawnee B, who's a One Extra DJ, he had a party over there, and Japanese girls turned up with dark makeup on and padded knickers. Like it was, like overly padded knickers, so they looked like they were like dancehall queens. I was in shock. They were wearing like dark foundation, padded knickers, and they were doing all sorts of madness on the
And
dance
the
floor.
twist, did they have the twisted hair? Yeah.
Everything. It was nuts. It was crazy.
That's
I saw spice in there about 4 times, but it wasn't really spice. It was spicy fried rice. Am I allowed to say that? Right, that's me, and I am signing out. Good night.
Yeah, I have
Hey, you gonna bleep that. I'm gonna get this guy.
Big up DJ 8, man. So I got this one wrong. I think we all got MSK, by the way, Tay and Next. I think we all got that. I got the Io Shirai prediction wrong. I actually thought Io Shirai was going to retain, and I thought Io Shirai would go into a program with Xia Li. But obviously that's not happening. Or that might still happen, just not with a title.
No title.
I think she's gone.
Oh, you think she's going main roster?
Yeah, because they said NXT put out a tweet after the match saying, "Thank you, Io Shirai." Hashtag thank you, Io Shirai.
Okay, so that you know that is giving away that Asuka's going to retain, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's giving away that Asuka's going to retain against Rhea Ripley, and Io Shirai and Asuka will have a program.
Yeah.
Do you think they will put 2 ladies from a similar background on the same show?
Yep.
They won't want to
Yeah,
separate
with
them.
Bianca.
I was gonna say something wild, but you know what?
No, please. 8% enough.
What are you going to say, Sam? Go for it.
No. Hey, you want to do this?
You don't want Sam to say anything.
No.
You don't want Sam to say anything.
Trust me, I'm worse than Ace.
Okay. So Raquel Gonzalez is the new women's champion. Mex, you called this. You said this was going to happen. Is everybody happy with this decision?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
100%.
she's been booked really well. Obviously, she came in as Dakota Kai's number 2, Dakota Kai's muscle, her hired gun, and basically left Dakota Kai in the shadows. Ever since she pinned Io Shirai at War Games, they've clearly had an added focus on her and getting her over. And like I said, Io Shirai picked this fight. Raquel Gonzalez said, "You don't want this." Io Shirai kept coming. And yeah, Raquel Gonzalez is now the champion. It's just going to be very interesting how they book her from here on out. But she's done a good job.
Okay, yeah. I think we don't have to go more into that. I think that was it. Let's talk about night 2. It kicked off with the cruiserweight title match, ladder match. I predicted this was still the pay-per-view, and I think it kind of did. If I look at all matches, I think this was probably the best match of the night, of both nights. What was it? Jordan
Devlin versus
Escobar.
Escobar.
Yes.
What I thought was one thing that didn't quite come across or was a bit weird in this match was obviously both guys are heels. So like there was no kind of real heel face dynamic, although in the match Devlin kind of took the face dynamic. He was kind of fighting from underneath and being a bit of the underdog. Santos Escobar was just kind of being a nasty piece of work throughout the entire match. Devlin had all like the best spots in it. We saw a Spanish fly from like on the ground. We saw a Spanish fly off the ladders. We saw that 20-foot ladder moonsault that he done. Santos Escobar, well, when Devlin, the closest he got to winning this championship, we saw Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wild from Legado del Fantasma run in, literally come in and push that ladder straight down. And I think it all happened a bit too quickly because the speed at where Devlin fell out of the ring from the top of the ladder looked a bit dangerous to me. And then obviously they started beating him up on the outside, non-disqualification match. Santos Escobar acting like he don't need them, smiling and telling them, "Don't worry, I've got this, go away," and all of this kind of stuff. I thought that was really good. And then, yeah, another time, right at the end, the finish, when they were both on the ladder, we saw the headbutt from Santos Escobar. Devlin flew from the ladder into the other ladder that was propped up in the corner, went through that ladder, and Santos Escobar pulled down the 2 championships. So he is the undisputed cruiserweight champion.
There was some really good spots in here that I wish was saved for a live crowd, like the Jordan Devlin moonsault, a perfect moonsault off a ladder that you never really see ever. Like I would say 9 times out of 10 that doesn't really pay off like it should, right?
Sure.
Paid off perfectly, and it was in front of 200 people and a bunch of screens. Like
everything up, man.
Yeah, man, it's a shame. But yeah, great match. Did you guys think this was a great match? What did you guys think? I'm going to open the floor to anyone that wants to go first.
I thought the match was sick.
I loved it.
Yeah.
No, definitely was a good match.
Tay?
One thing I said to Mex earlier. Oh, sorry, Tay, go on.
No, go on.
No, go on.
I was tuning on Mex's live today in the morning, and I was like, there was two things I liked about this NXT takeover: the fact that there wasn't that much blood, and I feel like when there isn't that much blood, it kind of makes it a bit more real. I can't explain the reason why it makes it real. Like I feel like sometimes when it's blood, they overdo the blood. The blood doesn't feel like it needs to be there at the time. Do you get what I mean? Like, no, I'm not even poking things about AEW because I love AEW as well. But the match that thing had, what do you call it? I got into what's the match with Britt Baker and what's the name?
Rosa.
Yeah, I feel like the way both of them blend a bit like, come on, like how, like why on high?
Was it heated?
It was good, but fam, the way she could, the way the blood came out was weird. Like she got hit, the ladder hit her chest. Why did blood come here?
So that's my problem with bleeding in wrestling nowadays when it's forced. Like I love blood in my wrestling, but I like it to be authentic. Like unfortunately, I like someone to get punched and then they bleed. Like I don't like someone hitting themselves in the ladder. The camera is over here for 10 seconds, and then when it comes back, now they're I don't like the blading thing. That kind of spooks me out. But authentic bleeding, I'm all for. So.
Yeah, like there was a bit of blood on his shoulder in it, and I was like, oh, that's sick. Do you know what I mean?
To get crimson mask, especially for the big feuds, for like the blading adds stuff. I think it was years back, but I think now, especially for the feud, for example, like the Thunder Rosa feud, it made sense because they've been beefing for a whole 4 months.
Yeah, I don't think this particular feud between Devlin and Escobar required any blood.
Okay. Yeah. You sound like a doctor, boy.
But I think Escobar, he speaks really good English. He speaks really good. I think that's probably one athlete they're gonna probably push to the star. Like I mean, obviously Andrade was my guy, and I loved him. Like I really want him to be the star that he deserves to be. But at the same time, you can see he had a little resistance because his English wasn't great. But with Escobar, I just don't see any stopping him, man. He's a great, fantastic worker. He speaks good English. He's a great heel. I could see them really pushing this man to the moon. For sure.
Bro, I was saying that, he had that street fight with Karrion Kross, and despite him losing, that was for a reason. They wanted to see if this guy can mingle with the main singles division guys, sort of thing. And he done his job. Obviously, Karrion Kross came out on top. But then, everything like you're saying, obviously the match finished up with him carrying the 2 belts. His son came out.
Yeah, that was nice.
Put the mask on his son, gave one of the belts to his son, stood there with the other man them from Legado del Fantasma, obviously showing the legacy, the family, all of that. Man, there's something there for them lot still.
For sure. Let's talk about the tag team women's match. NXT tag team titles being defended by Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart against Candice LeRae and what's the other woman name?
Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell. There we go. Going into this match, I was very harsh on Shotzi Blackheart because I never gravitated to her. I wasn't a fan of her. But you know what? I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. She impressed me this match. She really impressed me in this match. So, are you guys a fan of this tag team between Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart? Let's go with Sam.
Yeah. I fuck with it still. Ember Moon's already amazing in the ring, as we all know. For God's sake, how many years have you been killing it anyway?
100%.
Yeah, like you said, Shotzi Blackheart. I've managed to just come onto your style. You're good. Like I said, it was a good match. I enjoyed it, innit? And like
she's not in the room, right? She's not in this chat.
I was like, wait. I can't. I looked below him. I was like, wait.
I see Anafi was like, did you just log in?
Next person.
Let's go with Tay. Tay, are you a fan of this? Were you a fan of this match?
Yeah, it was a good match. There was kind of everything they've done before, but that's not a bad thing. They didn't kind of overdo anything. Indy Hartwell had a great match as well. I think she's done probably one of her better matches. Again, same as you, Skillet. I wasn't really kind of into Shotzi Blackheart before, but I'm slowly warming to her, and I definitely think that pairing is really good. Candice LeRae, always great to be on there. So yeah, it was a good match.
Do you guys? Anybody have any comments? Yeah, go ahead, Max. Go ahead, Max. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying. I think the thing that works, like Shotzi Blackheart was always good, and they seemed to have something for her, but there was like something missing. And there's like a good balance with her and Ember Moon, where it's like they're kind of the same person but different. Like Shotzi Blackheart is a bit. There's an element of Jeff Hardy, Darby Allin to her. Where it's just like that reckless abandonment. A couple times, even in this match, she threw herself at a velocity where I don't think she expected to land like alive, but she's all right, sort of thing.
No precaution, just vibes.
None, bro. Literally, like she goes a bit too mad with it sometimes, and then I guess that's where Ember Moon is the balance and the experience to that team. Probably the same on the other side with Candice LeRae, kind of schooling Indy Hartwell through everything. This is like there's not many established right now tag teams in the women's division in NXT, but they will look after this belt better than the main roster one. So it'll be interesting to see who kind of pops up next for these two.
This next match features the North American title. It was Johnny Gargano and Bronson Reed. Question for everybody in this chat: has Johnny Gargano ever had a bad match since joining NXT?
Never. He will always smash. He always smashes it. Always. I love him.
I agree with Tay. Sorry, go ahead.
He's Mr. Takeover, right? Could you call him that?
Johnny Takeover.
I think he is. I think he has to. I think he's earned that title. I think he's Mr. Takeover.
Definitely.
I think he is. He reminds me of, not to say, I'm not comparing him to this man, by the way, at all. I'm not comparing the two at all.
Disclaimer.
Before you all run me down, before you all mess me up. But what I'm saying is, he reminds me of, hear me out, of RVD ECW times when he was the man just stealing every pay-per-view. Every pay-per-view ECW had, RVD was still the show. That's what I'm trying to say. He reminds me of that. Just solid matches, guaranteed, end up being probably the best match of the night. Obviously, I wouldn't say Gargano always gets the best match of the night, but he's been a lot of them. When you look at the best of NXT, it's a lot of these matches. So Gargano was paying homage to War Machine, right? With his in-ring gear.
Yeah.
You guys picked that up?
I think I don't know if it's directly to War Machine because he does a lot of this superhero stuff.
But it was a silver one, so that's definitely War Machine.
Yeah, that's a good point. Sure.
Yeah. Let's go with Del Boy. Del Boy, did you enjoy this match between Bronson Reed and Johnny Gargano?
It was a decent match. Like, I feel like it was just a match that you could see at any NXT shows. Like, it wasn't the greatest, but they both had a great showing. I think it was just a match for Johnny Gargano to just have a bit of fun. Just just another title defense, and on to the next one. So
yeah, for sure. But also making Bronson Reed look great in the process as well.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to North American division, Bronson Reed is someone that always steps up. So if you look at stuff like the ladder match that they had at previous takeovers where he won did he win? Not too sure if he won, but he had he had 6 spots. No, Johnny Gargano won, but he had some 6 spots within that match. So whenever it comes to that North American title matches, he's someone that's definitely going to always step up. So big up Bronson. But yeah, it was just another defense for Johnny Gargano.
Lucha V, who's next? Who should be the next opponent for Johnny Gargano?
I think he should go back to Dexter Lumis. I hear what everyone's saying in the chat about him, but I think it's just better for him to go to that because he was having a bit of a I'm not even keeping up with NXT, but I remember there was a bit of a run-in with him and the Way. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Way. Yeah.
So there's a previous story, like Del Boy is saying, like this was a match. It was just he won the contendership. He had the match. I didn't think he was going to win. So I'd rather either see Dexter Lumis pick up their feud or have LA Knight, because in terms of promos and having something to be the most entertaining opponent next. I don't really see
that could be definitely in the cards because LA Knight and Dexter Lumis had a little fallout after their match at the Gauntlet, right? So if they probably put them two as a triple threat with Gargano, that definitely could happen. All right. Let's talk about the Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross.
Yeah. I'm upset. I'm a Finn Balor guy. I didn't want him to lose. I didn't think he would lose.
I called this one.
You lot all said Karrion Kross.
What's Karrion Kross wearing?
Finn was always losing.
It was
Yeah,
just a
well,
stopgap.
as the week went on, and everyone was saying this guy was gonna win, I deeped it, but like I didn't want it to happen. Karrion Kross came out as a gladiator coming to fight. Obviously, there was a lot of speculation before, you know, Finn was basically gonna always try and draw out Karrion Kross, draw him into his emotions and take him away from focusing on this fight. Karrion Kross said in a pre-show in an interview with Samoa Joe, he said that, yeah, if you're talking about technique or best wrestlers, Finn Balor's your guy. I ain't coming to do that. I'm going to rely on my striking. I'm going to rely on my judo. I'm a powerhouse and all of this kind of stuff. So he knew what he came to do. Early doors, we saw Finn Balor drawing him out. Every time he'll get knocked down, Finn Balor would just laugh at him or anything like that, trying to get him to tug on the emotions. We saw some hot slap from Finn Balor to Karrion Kross, and Karrion Kross got pissed and then took it up a notch. But other than that, I feel like in a lot of places, Finn Balor was still in the ascendancy, working on his arm. That's the arm that he got injured the first time he became champion. But yeah, as we got to the finish, Karrion Kross, a load of like forearms to the back of the head on Finn. Finn was dead out from then, basically. Picked him up, Saito suplex, then 2 forearm smashes to the back of the head, and pinned him. Karrion Kross is a 2-time NXT champion. And he's done it with 14 or 13 wins in singles matches. That's surely a record.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is a record. You know what? I've been predicting since from old Kickout episodes, from old Gorilla Position episodes, that Karrion Kross will be the future of this business. Now we're in 2021. I don't know if I feel that way anymore, man.
So you gonna
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question yet? There's like a bare mixed reviews on Karrion Kross. Like some people just aren't into him. Like some people are into him. And I just want to see from everyone here, like what those that aren't into him, why? Like what's wrong with him?
The best part about him is Scarlett. Like
you say Scarlett is the best part about him.
Yeah. Like his matches are dead, bro. Like he just looks like a creative character, creative wrestler, fam. They're the standard people that you'll see, fam. Put a bit of tattoos, build up the mass, give him a bit of muscle, build his head, give him a cool entrance. That's Karrion Kross. I said it on the wrestling podcast. I'm saying it here, fam. He's boring. You're talking about 4 smashes. He was tapping my man in the back of the neck.
Yeah, the 4 wasn't
fam. Dead match, bro. He's so dead.
Yeah, I'm with you. To me, he's just a basic big man. Like, and there's nothing special about him. Yeah, he doesn't do anything that makes me go, oh, that's cool. I'm just like, okay, seen that.
I mean, he's a good talker. He can talk. He's a good talker.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
But I feel like, this is something missing. But yeah, go on, Afi. What are you gonna say, brother?
I hope you agree with me on this. Yeah,
go ahead, my bro.
I hope you agree with this. I want to say something mad. Yeah, nothing
go on, bro.
Not controversial, but what? Does Karrion Kross remind you of early Psycho Sid?
No.
Shit.
No, it's fine.
Because I felt like Psycho Sid back in the day was very basic, bro. Look at like he wasn't. What did he have to him, other than?
Nah, you know what? Sid was always different with it, bro.
I mean, but what I'm trying to say, I like Psycho Sid and I like Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is, I like the way he looks. Like to others, people think like he looks like a great superstar, but for me, I feel like Karrion Kross looks sick. But with the Psycho Sid comparison, I feel like even the way he fights, the way he moves around the ring, like the slow paced hitting and all that sort of stuff, and even like the way he even looks, bro, like the pants and the black pants, and after the you know what I mean?
You know what? Karrion Kross follows us on Instagram, innit? So maybe let's move this on. Let's move this on.
I was gonna say with Karrion Kross is that, like, prior to before he came to WWE, like I said on the podcast as well, I feel like his character's kind of deviated from how it used to be. And I don't know, I said this in the group chat earlier as well. The way he fights like he's not trying to injure his opponent. Like his strikes aren't really hard hitting. Like the best thing about him is really his suplex. But other than that, I don't mind him. I'm just not really sold on this whole time's up and TikTok and
I think that's what it is.
Shit.
I'm with you, Del. I think that's what it is because he's a sound wrestler. He can wrestle, and I know he can talk for days. Like he's a really good mic man. I just feel like this gimmick at the moment, I think maybe the injury derailed him a bit, but like it's not really resonating with me. I'm gonna be real. I'm just not resonating with this thing that they're doing with him. But let's see, he could turn the tide. Big up.
I never saw him before NXT, right?
He was dope, man. In TNA, if you check his TNA,
he was sick. Even in Mexico, he was sick.
Yeah. I've heard this,
especially in Mexico. He was sick, bro.
All I've seen is the NXT stuff, and I'm totally into the presentation of everything, the music and everything like that. And then I haven't formed an opinion yet on him actually in ring, because like Tay said, like V said, it's very kind of basic. It's very straightforward, typical big man. So I think I need to see more, but I like his look, like Anafi saying.
I don't understand how you call him. I don't think he looks like a big man. I don't think he's a big man.
He kind of is. Kind of.
Where?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Anafi. I know what you mean, but he's gonna get billed as a big man for sure.
He is a style of big man, but I get what you mean.
For sure. Okay. Let's talk about the main event, the unsanctioned match. This was the match every wrestling fan around the world was looking forward to. We've seen these two work together. Well, obviously closely at Ring of Honor. They've had great feuds and rivalry at Ring of Honor. I think Kyle O'Reilly might have won the belt of Adam Cole back in Ring of Honor back in the day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which was one of my favorite matches. And then obviously they had a faction obviously in Ring of Honor as well as the Red Dragon. Moved to NXT, Undisputed Era, Run Wild. This is one of the matches I was looking forward to see. The unsanctioned match between Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly. What is everybody's thoughts? Before we start, they both have new entrance music, and I was pissed off from the start.
Shit. Absolutely shit.
The music dead. Oh my God.
I think for two people, one Adam Cole, which is so like such a big star in NXT, and Kyle O'Reilly, who they're trying to get to that next level, then this was just, it wasn't good enough. Nothing there screams that, you know what I always compare music to? Like back in the Attitude Era, something mad is going on, someone's music hits and everyone's like, rah, like my man's coming. And this is literally, it sounds like indie music when you're wrestling down at a gym or, an indie show and people are coming out. There's nothing special about it.
Even when Kyle O'Reilly was doing that dance, like, it wasn't hitting, man.
It wasn't.
It was.
It wasn't. Adam Cole did his thing, and it was like, what are you moving to? There's no room. There's no room.
There was no.
And they even tried to do. They did the Adam Cole baby, the crowd noises.
Yeah,
that didn't fit with the music. It was terrible.
Didn't slap still.
This was a very good match, though. But yeah,
it was 10 minutes too long.
It was
hella long.
It was hella long.
Too long.
I don't know. Yeah, I was watching the match in it, but it didn't really feel long to me because I was editing whilst I was watching the match. But I feel like the timing wasn't as bad. Everyone's been complaining about it. You're not the only one that said that, by the way.
It was long. Yeah. A lot of people say like it's too many spots for
way too
one
many
match.
Spots.
And like some of the stories, if I just quickly run down some of the ones I had written down, it was like steel chairs. Obviously, from the jump, Adam Cole just got steel chairs involved. We saw this chain come into play where Kyle O'Reilly wrapped it around his leg, wrapped it around his knee, kicking Adam Cole. We saw the the brain buster on the announce table, and then
that was cold.
Yeah, that was cold because Adam Cole just bounced off it, and then Adam Cole went and got the TV, used the TV monitor on Kyle O'Reilly. From there, we saw Kyle O'Reilly kind of got back into his flow, a lot of kind of chain wrestling, submission stuff. And then obviously Cole, low blows, Panama Sunrises, knocked out the referee or punched him up or whatever. They went outside the ring. Adam Cole put Kyle O'Reilly through the entranceway, dragged him out at the bottom of the entranceway.
That's where the match could have ended. The match could have ended there. The match could have ended there. Just went in there. But I feel like the left was good. Yeah.
We saw last shots from both O'Reilly and
Next, we forgot the part where Adam Cole rips the entrance to get him out of the.
That's what I said. Rip the bottom of the entrance to pull him out of it. Came back in the ring. More like I say, last shots. I think there was another low blow. And then Cole was kind of draped over the chair. Kyle O'Reilly went up top, chain around his knee, kneed Cole through this chair and just dropped his kind of body all over Cole, pinned him, and then medics, this, that, and the other all came out to take Cole away.
So what are we thinking, guys? Cole is now going to the main roster?
He's got to.
Nah.
He's gone.
I don't want it, but there's nothing left for him in NXT.
That seemed like a goodbye to Adam Cole.
Okay.
I think it should be.
Do you think he's going to make a big impact on the roster, on the main roster, though? That's the problem.
I think he should.
I am no longer predicting anything anymore when it comes to the main roster, man. They do whatever they want, man.
I'm coming from.
They should push him to the stars, though.
It would actually be catastrophic.
Like we were saying in the group today, obviously when Drew McIntyre became NXT champion, that's the night that Adam Cole debuted. Drew McIntyre is going to become WWE champion, whether we like it or not. So maybe they pick up what they were going to do in NXT, because soon after, I think Drew McIntyre actually got injured and dropped the title in NXT. So maybe Adam Cole just goes straight after Drew McIntyre on Raw. But then, from what Andrade said in his shoot interview, that the whole point Andrade got involved in that feud was because they said Adam Cole looked too small next to Drew McIntyre. And if they're saying that in NXT, Vince will definitely believe that. So I think he needs to go main roster, but it's just where he is.
And I think that's what my problem is going to be with Adam Cole. It's the size, isn't it? I just don't feel Vince is going to really... I don't know. I don't think he's going to like that.
And this is where... This is where Sean and Triple H needs to come in and speak on his behalf, because, bro, I swear, flipping like Shawn Michaels, Shawn Michaels is short as well, right?
Yeah, Shawn Michaels is a cruiserweight.
Yeah, bro.
I think it's a cruiserweight, fam.
Yeah, they probably are about the same height. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, look at the match he's delivered, bro. Like, I feel like the big, because I think there's even one guy that came on Clubhouse one day, I forgot his name, but man was like, how the little men shouldn't be beating the big man anymore. Like, that's like they ruined wrestling by doing that. And I said, fam, that doesn't make sense.
I know exactly who that is as well.
Yeah, bro. That doesn't make sense. What? So if you see a big man in the ring, he's automatically meant to just mash up the little man. What is that? That's not wrestling. That is not wrestling. Wrestling's about challenge. Wrestling's about obstacles. And when you get these small guys like Adam Cole come up against Brock Lesnar and completely like beat it, like finishing them off, like beating them up and that, fam, it makes wrestling more exciting. Like, wow, I didn't know he had that in him.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is? I'm sorry, don't say Brock Lesnar. The only reason why I say don't say Brock Lesnar is just for personal reasons, with Undertaker and that stuff. I just feel like if you're going to beat Brock Lesnar, make sure it's proper. Make sure it's proper. You do it sweet. Make sure it's I just feel like it's just not Brock Lesnar. Someone else. Only Braun Strowman, I'll maybe accept.
Sam, if we're honest with ourselves, though, in the recent years, Brock Lesnar has had his best matches with Balor, AJ Styles, and Daniel Bryan. Three guys that are very much smaller than him.
And you know why I like the match? You know why I like the match? Because they got squashed in the end. They got squashed in the end. Finito, bye. What, Kofi Kingston? Gone. That's how it's going to be.
How did Undertaker come into this? I don't understand. Where did he come from?
Yeah, what happened?
The only reason why I say that is because I just feel once, obviously, the way Brock Lesnar defeated the Undertaker for the streak, that hurt me, innit? And I just feel
it's been years, fam.
Okay, make sure it's proper then. Make sure you can beat Brock Lesnar properly then. Don't make it be someone comes to the ring or something like that. Make sure he can actually beat him up. Make sure it looks realistic to me then. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Man has grown hair since then, fam. We have to get over that, fam.
All right, let's rank NXT Night 1. I'm going to go all around the room. I'll ask everybody individually what you will score it out of 5. Night 1, Lucha V, we'll start with you. NXT Night 1, what's it called? Stand? NXT Stand. out of 5, what are you giving it, Lucha V?
Giving it 3.
3 for Lucha V. NXT Stand Night 1, Mex. What are you giving it out of 5?
4. 4
for Mex. NXT Night 1, Stand Del Boy. What are you giving it out of 5?
Giving it a 4.
4 for Del Boy. Sam. What are you giving 4 as well?
Yeah.
Tay. 4 as well. Anafi. 4 as well. Okay. Oh, no, 5. You're giving it a 5.
I'm giving it a 5.
I think I agree with Lucha. I'm gonna give you a 3. NXT Night 2 Deliver. Tay, what are you giving that?
3.5.
3.5. Del Boy.
3.5.
Lucha V.
2.
You're harsh, you know.
Lucha is harsh. Max.
3.5.
Sam.
3.
Anafi.
He's gonna say 5.
4. I'll say 4. Do you
I'm
know
gonna
why?
say-
Can I explain the reason why?
Go on.
I've written them both high. Like, fam,
Go on.
I watched both of them without falling asleep, and you guys know me. Once I fall asleep, I have no interest. So I've stayed up for both. Eyes are red eye. Like I'm still watching it. I'm like, oh, I've still got reactions. So 5 and 4, bro. That's it.
I'm gonna say Night 2 4 for me. Okay, not a bad takeover pay-per-view, showing for NXT. We got a lot more coming up in the Kickout podcast. Right now, we're gonna go to a special interview with one of the headliners at Wrestlemania weekend with Sasha Banks for the women's Smackdown Women's title. We've got Bianca Bel right now.
I'll ask you a quick question. Back in 2018, I believe was your first WrestleMania debut. You're part of the Women's Battle Royal. Doing your thing there. And now, fast forward to 2021, you will be headlining against Sasha Banks. What has that journey been like for you?
It's been an amazing journey. I feel like it's been a lot of ups and downs and a lot of, it's been an amazing journey. When I found out that night when I was going to be a part of the Women's Battle Royal match, I remember being so excited. And it was my first time being in front of a huge crowd like that at WrestleMania, and fast forwarding now to being in the ring with Sasha Banks at WrestleMania on the grandest stage of them all, and being across the ring from her and going after the Smackdown Women's Championship. It's a moment that I couldn't imagine any differently or wish for any differently. We're creating history. We're going to be the first 2 African-American females to headline WrestleMania, have a title match. My family's going to be there for the first time. Fans are going to be back for the first time. It's, being in WWE, your goal is to always get to WrestleMania and have a WrestleMania match. And that's what's happening for me. And it's just an amazing feeling to look back on my journey and see everything that's happened along the way. Because when I was in the Battle Royal match, I remember thinking like, whoa, I'm having a Battle Royal match at a pre-show WrestleMania before I'm even having a takeover NXT. Like, if this is the beginning, I can't imagine what the middle and end is going to be. And I feel like I'm not even at the middle right now. I feel like I'm still at the beginning. And I remember after winning the Royal Rumble match, Triple H came up to me and said, you're not even getting started. You haven't even gotten started yet. So I'm just excited. I feel like this is still the beginning and the beginning of my journey. I can't wait to see what else is going to happen afterwards.
Can I ask, what's it like being this past year been like performing in front of no crowds? What's it been like for you?
It's been tough. It's been challenging. Our goal is to put smiles on fans' faces, but we have the Thunderdome, which has been amazing. WWE is always able to adapt, which is amazing. We're able to have virtual fans and see their faces and, give them the experience as if they're still there, and give us a little bit of experience as if they're still there. But it's been tough. It's been challenging. I debuted in front of no one. And so it's been really hard trying to really portray who I am to the audience behind the camera. But I will say I got a lot of questions about the Royal Rumble match and people saying like, how did it feel to win have that big moment in front of no one? But the thing is that the moment was so big. The moment was so big and we had the pyro and I was so vulnerable in that moment and so happy and filled with joy that I didn't even realize that fans weren't there in that moment. So it's been very tough, but the Royal Rumble match, that just lets you know how big the moment is when you can have a moment like that and you're so absorbed in the moment that you don't even realize that fans aren't there in that moment. But no, it's been tough. It has. It's been tough coming out and not hearing anyone. And so it's going to be really amazing to finally be back in WrestleMania and come out and see fans' faces physically and hear the crowd noise. Like I'm already getting like super excited and chills, like just thinking about being in that moment with fans there.
How much of a blessing is it to have your husband do exactly what you do, be on the same show as you, go through all the same things that you go through? I mean, is it a pro or a con? It could be like you guys might be arguing over things that you've done, or like what is it like to have that relationship?
No, for me, it's definitely a pro. I just couldn't imagine it being any other way. You know, I always say I'm grateful to be with someone that I not just love, but I like, and I'm obsessed with, and we love being around each other. And I'm just grateful to be able to do what I love alongside the person I love and experience these moments with him. You know, the Royal Rumble match, the first person that was behind the curtain was my husband, and being able for him to embrace me and us have that moment together. I mean, to me, it's completely a pro. We came up with a great idea together. We talk about our gear together. We get to experience these amazing moments together.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, because you mentioned gear, because I know you create your own gear, don't you?
Yeah.
So when you and Montez do the cosplay, is that you creating the cosplay gear too?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow.
Some of it we bought. You know, we wanted to highlight different African Americans that influence and contribute to Black history.
Yeah.
And we, make it fun to learn and be really interactive. And some of the outfits that we went out and bought in costumes, but a lot of them I didn't make, and I put them all together. So that was really, and that's just cool that I get to do things like that with my husband, and we have this platform that we can use and to push out positivity.
What's it like? Now that you've won the Royal Rumble, first ever Black woman to do it, so that's another massive, feather in the hat, as they say. Congratulations on that. The magnitude of like responsibility. Do you feel any pressure, kind of being like the face of a whole new it's like generation almost of Black women that want to make it in athletics, in sports in general? Is there any kind of pressures there? And, how do you feel about kind of being at the forefront of that at this current time?
Yeah, I mean, of course there's pressure there, but I gladly accept it. I feel super blessed. And, I think the most important thing to me was when I approached the situation, I wasn't automatically like I want to be a leader. I want to be a role model. It was just a thing where I wanted to accomplish my goals, but in the process, I wanted to stay true to who I was. And that was my most important thing. And I think by doing that, I've become this role model, and I gladly accept that position. And I take that responsibility very seriously, because when I think about what my role models did for me and how they impacted my life, and to think that I'm doing that for someone else, that's what gives me purpose. That's what gives me my why and keeps me grounded. And that's the most important thing about all of this is how you make people feel. And that's my whole goal. Every time I go out there and I perform, I want to make people feel something. Even with my gear, I wanted to have meaning behind it. And I think that's the most important thing about life, is when you're able to find something that you love and do it and put some positivity in the world and just be representation for others.
Bianca, it's been an absolute pleasure. And again, we are wishing you all of the best for WrestleMania weekend. Your birthday's on the 9th, right?
It is.
This is the day before.
Yeah.
So crazy. Birthday blessings for you.
Yeah. And what's crazy is April 11th of 2016 is the day that I actually started in WWE. So it's like my birthday, and then WrestleMania match, and then like my 6th year
anniversary.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Weekend.
It's written in the stars. Written in the stars.
For sure.
And have you already got the gear set out for what the belt's gonna look like with the gear? Because you got to coordinate, obviously.
I have the fabric. Started on the gear today. It's like this week is when I'm getting started on the gear, and then I trust me, I always coordinate and match. So I'm gonna make sure that it looks good with that title, because I'm walking out with that title.
Absolutely.
We'll be watching. Thank you so much, Bianca.
Love Bianca.
Thank you.
Okay, that was Bianca Bel on the Kickout podcast. What are you guys' thoughts on this main event? Sasha Banks versus Bianca Bel for the Smackdown Women's title. Who do we have going out as the champion? I'm gonna go around again. I'm gonna start off with Tay. She's a woman.
I'm hoping. I mean, I've said this before. It's a difficult one because you want Sasha Banks to have her WrestleMania moment, but you also want them to keep building Bianca Belair and not let her fall by the wayside. So I'm gonna say Bianca Belair, just because I feel like Sasha can always bring it back.
Anafi, EST versus the BOSS. Who you got?
I think the EST's got this, man. The hype for her has been like the hype for her to win has been unreal. I'm sure Sasha don't mind losing the title to her as well. The only issue I said before on the podcast on Wrestling's podcast was that the build for this hasn't been as good as it could have been. Like we don't know what they're really fighting for at the end of the day. Like a fan that hasn't watched wrestling for time will come and say, "Who the hell are these guys? Like, who the hell are these two women? Why are they fighting for it?" Do you know what I mean? But Bianca's got this. We're gonna finish off WrestleMania. She's gonna be crying with that title like this, and there's a picture moment. Then bam, you know what I mean? Goosebumps everywhere.
Sam Black's first time ever, 2 African American, well, anyone really, is main eventing a WrestleMania. Do you see 100%? Do you see this being Sasha's time, Boss time, or Bianca's time?
You know what the thing is, yeah, I love Sasha Banks and I think she's the best female wrestler in the world. But you know what? I just feel that Bianca, you know what? Just have your bit of have your spotlight, because your documentary touched my heart. That touched my heart, it touched my heart. So yeah, Bianca Belair, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, please win. But big up Sasha Banks all the time.
Del Boy, could this women's match, main event WrestleMania, could this surpass the first ever women's main event at WrestleMania? Which was
I think personally, both of these women are better than the women that main evented the first women's in the main event. So I think this.
Wait a minute. Let me stop you there, Del Boy.
You know what they are? I think Bianca's better than Bianca's better than Charlotte.
No.
I think Charlotte's okay.
Sasha is.
But
I didn't disagree with Sasha. Because I think Sasha is different with it. But Charlotte, I don't know. Bianca's better than Charlotte, dog.
For me, I personally prefer watching Bianca than Charlotte. Like we've seen, even her matches against Shayna Baszler, she showed out. The War Games showed out. Like Bianca Belair is on a different level. Like Bianca's clear. Like Charlotte, she's good, but
Bianca is incredible. I do agree with that.
Yeah, she's good. I can name 5 women that I think are better than Charlotte. I think Charlotte's good.
And I also agree with Del Boy that I feel that this match will surpass the triple threat.
Yeah, 100%. Sorry.
Lucha V, who you got?
Bianca Belair all day, man. I said on the Wrestling's podcast from last year, I said I believe Bianca Belair is going to be a main event. And they're going to main event night 1. They should main event night 1. And as much as the build hasn't been there, the image and the fact that it's 2 black women fighting for the championship, like, I'm here for it, bro. So Bianca Belair deserves to win it, and I feel like we're going to see a good match, and I believe it's only beginning.
And Max, finally, to the man, Max, what do you think, my brother?
Like Sam said, we've already won. Like, to be honest, I don't think anyone's really going to cry a river whoever wins or loses this match. Bianca Belair is my pick because they probably want to end, the first WrestleMania in front of fans, night 1, on a high, with all the kind of emotion and all of that. But yeah, it's a big weekend for her. Like we said in the interview, what we found out in the interview, it's her birthday today.
Yes, it is. It's her birthday today. It is
her birthday today. So yeah, happy birthday to Bianca Belair.
Yes.
Obviously, she has her match against Sasha in the main event, and then I think it's Monday. It's 6 years in the WWE. So what a meteoric rise. But I think I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair.
Okay, all right. Well, WrestleMania is going to be very interesting this weekend. I know that we're all excited to watch the crowd back into the audience in the stadium, and they always show out when it comes to WrestleMania. And speaking on the theme of WrestleMania, I have designed a quiz here for us to do. We're gonna have a team of 3. Yes, we're gonna have one team well, 2 teams and 3 on each team. So I'm gonna say, I was gonna do Nxt and Sam versus Lucha V, Anafi, and Del Boy. Is everybody happy with this?
Sorry, say that again. The connection was my friend.
Nxt and Sam versus Lucha V, Anafi, and Del Boy. WrestleMania quiz. Okay, there's gonna be a few rounds. All right, I think I've got like 7 or 8 rounds, and we'll just get straight into it. Okay, so round 1 is random general knowledge of WrestleMania questions. Okay, so I'll go to the team. Can I say Team Del Boy or Team Anafi? What can I say?
Team Lucha, Team Bristol, Team Bristol.
Team Lucha V.
Team Bristol. Yeah, Team Bristol. I thought you were going to say Team Wresthings. No, don't say that yet. You know,
no, Team Bristol, Team Bristol.
Team Bristol.
Yeah, we're up for Versus in Bristol at the moment, isn't it? So Team Bristol.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you in Bristol right now, Lucha?
Yeah, right now. I just touched down today.
Team Bristol. And what's the team name you like to have next? And Tay and Sam?
Team London.
No, I love that next. Team London.
All right, Team Bristol versus Team London. Let's go. Team Bristol. Question number 1. This is general knowledge, obviously, round 1. What was the main event for WrestleMania 4?
This is an Arfie's thing, though.
This is an Arfie's thing.
Enough. Team Bristol, go ahead. By the way, I want you guys to know you get 3 points for each question. If you get a question wrong and I go to the other team to steal, they will get 5 points. Okay.
How many seconds did they have, by the way, before people start searching on the internet?
Nobody's searching the internet. I'll give you a minute to answer. I'll give you a minute.
A minute.
A minute's too long, isn't it? 30 seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds. 30 seconds to answer. 30 seconds.
He's a Nafi Googling on his phone.
No. I'm listening. I don't look. I'm on WhatsApp, honestly.
Flip.
Was it?
Man, should just wing it. Laugh, you should know this, man. This is your
yeah. I've got 2 people in my head. Yeah. Was it Sergeant Slaughter versus Hogan?
No, bro.
That is incorrect. Now, Team London, do you have this? You have 20 seconds.
Laffy, did you know it?
Yeah, I knew it. I was going to say it.
You should tell me.
Go on,
Sam. Do you know it?
Warrior Hogan?
No, you're both incorrect. Pass back to Team Bristol.
Versus
Ted DiBiase, because there was a tournament.
Yes, that is correct. Yes. Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ted DiBiase. That was the main event of WrestleMania. Okay, Team London. Who defeated Kurt Angle for the European title and the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania 2000?
Oh, I know this.
Same. But Max,
go on, Sam. It's you. I don't know. Go on, Sam, if you know it.
Oh, serious. I'm going to say it, but I'm panicking. Chris Jericho.
There was 2 wrestlers.
Oh my gosh, Chris Jericho and good God, Chris Benoit.
That is correct.
Come on.
Team Bristol. The great Dean Malenko was only had 1 WrestleMania match in his whole career. Who was his opponent?
Flipperoo. Oh, flip.
Oh,
just wing it.
Fam, can I get a clue?
I gave you a clue in the question. I said opponent.
Nents. Oh, was he in that match? Was he in that?
Flipperoo. Dean Malenko.
That match. I'm talking amongst my boys. I'm talking amongst my guys. Hey, was he in that match at WrestleMania 2000? That hardcore match.
I'm not too sure.
Hey, Skid, why are you laughing for, fam?
Give me the pressure, bro, innit?
I don't think he was at WrestleMania. I think
that's a trick question.
I think it's a good question. I don't think he.
10, 9, 8.
I don't know. Perry Saturn and someone. I don't know.
All I'm gonna go to Team London.
Does anyone have a clue?
Dean Malenko, Christ.
If I think this was in 2001, but I don't know.
Because he didn't wrestle in WrestleMania 2000. I'm telling you, I know.
Not 2000, 2001.
No.
Not 2001. No.
It has to.
Could be.
I'm gonna go for a wild one.
Yeah, go for it.
Come on, rivalries with Dean Malenko.
If you haven't got one,
Venus? It's crazy.
That is incorrect. I don't think I'm gonna go back and forth because I don't think anyone's gonna get this.
Go on.
Wait, was it for a title?
No,
Oh, I won't know then.
it was not for a title.
What's the answer?
It was a tag team match, and it was Perry Saturn, Eddie Guerrero, and Dean Malenko versus Too Cool and China.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched this the other day.
Was that WrestleMania 2000?
That's 2000.
Yeah.
It's 2000.
Oh my God! I'm sorry.
I told you.
I watched the guy who's saying, "Yeah, I've seen the whole WrestleMania 2000."
I was watching this the other day. This was the start before the whole Eddie Guerrero and China relationship.
Yeah, Too Cool won that match as well. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they did. Remember, they all danced together. They all did the dance.
I fully remember. Oh my gosh.
Okay, next question. This is for Team London, isn't it? Yeah, this is for Team London now. This next question.
Yeah.
Who won the gimmick battle royal at WrestleMania 17?
I know this. It's at the tip of my tongue.
What was the WrestleMania 17 matches though?
So remember, gimmick battle royal was all the classic characters or silly characters that wrestlers ever had come up with. So yeah, certain man like
Gobbledygook.
Yeah, Gobbledygook was in there. Doing the clown was in there.
Brooklyn Ball and the man, yeah.
Oh, I feel like Team Bristol's got this one.
Who was wrestling? Who wrestled in the WrestleMania 17 matchup? Please just name a match, and I'll try and just.
Rock and Austin. Is that Rock and Austin?
The gimmick battle royal.
The gimmick battle royal.
I can see it's the is it the what's his face? The guy with a mustache.
Oh, I think some answers. Answers.
You lot have a shirt on him. What's his name?
Hey, what are you gonna say today?
I wasn't quite sure.
That's the Iron Sheik.
Too many clues, man. Where was the countdown, bro?
Yeah,
it's not a minute. It's not a minute.
Sam said Pete Rose.
You know what? To be fair to Del Boy, Sam, you shouted out Pete Rose. I'm gonna go to Team Bristol with this. Team Bristol, who is the answer?
Iron Sheik. And
it
them
is
man.
Iron Sheik. It is Iron Sheik.
I couldn't spit it out. I could see his face. Oh.
I would say for the teams, before you shout out answers, have a little discussion and then go with your answer. Okay.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Can I speak to my random fam? Talk to my random first, bro.
So yes, Team Bristol is in the lead with 6 points at the moment, and Team London has got 3. Okay, Team Bristol. How many times has The Rock and Austin faced each other at WrestleMania, and what was the WrestleManias?
Easy. 3 times. WrestleMania 15, 17, and 19.
That is correct.
I don't have to speak.
Encyclopedia.
Trust me, fam.
He's dangerous.
Team London, you're gonna kill me. Who kicked off the very first WrestleMania? What match was the first? What was the first match at the very first WrestleMania?
You know, I don't even know. I don't even go that far back, so I don't even know.
I thought Sam might know this one.
Undertaker versus Undertaker.
Samuel Bruno Sammartino.
Welcome to WrestleMania. Come on, let me think. Oh my gosh.
You might as well just throw out some names, Car. I have no idea.
Okay. Maybe I should make this a multiple choice question.
Okay. I'll make my life easier.
You're helping out the London team, man.
Now, you know what? Let's go to Bristol. I'm going to go to Bristol first, and then if they don't get it, I'll make it multiple choice. How about that?
I don't like the way an office moving around the screen, bro.
No. Honestly, bro. I'm talking to my missus on WhatsApp. I swear to you.
Okay.
I won't cheat.
Led, you should know this.
Right now.
Yeah, no, I know the main event. I can't remember who it was. I think it's somebody who's not.
No, who kicked off WrestleMania? Who kicked off
Who's
WrestleMania?
the first match of?
Bro, I think it's random.
Huh?
I think I know who it is, man. But you might know.
Who?
I have no clue.
Anafi,
No.
the first match on the first ever WrestleMania. What was it?
Led, you should know this, man. Look, VHS Pappy, fam.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what's mad about it? Is the fact that, fam, I've vacated that name, bro. That guy owns it, fam. Ashley, fam, from Clubhouse. But if I'm gonna give a wild guess, yeah, there's two people that run in my head right now.
What you say? Think.
I'm even gonna say it and forget. I'm gonna jeopardize the whole thing. Hey, Skillet, give me some multiple choice, man.
All right, I'll do the multiple choice, but I'm gonna have to go back to Team London though first, okay? You didn't guess it. So Team London, this is the multiple choice. You've got. Is it A, Tito Santana versus the Executioner? B, King Kong Bundy versus Special Delivery Jones? C, Junkyard Dog versus Greg Valentine? Or D, Ricky Steamboat versus Matt Bourne?
Ooh.
So, go on, Tay.
I'll just go with the first one, just from Skillet's face.
That is correct. From Skillet's face. Oh my god.
I like that too.
That was well done, Tay. Team Bristol. Who did CM Punk face at WrestleMania 2027?
Randy Orton.
Yeah.
That is correct.
I watched that yesterday, funny enough.
Team London.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first ever women's WrestleMania match?
Oh my god, bro.
Ooh,
Why are you killing us like this? What is this?
This one's quite easy. This one is quite easy. Think.
I want to say the names, but I'm shook.
What?
I have no idea.
Group huddle. Wait, what's one of the names?
One of the names. I was going to say Mae Young, maybe.
I was thinking Moolah.
Moolah as well. Yeah, Mae Young and I don't know.
No, I don't know.
One of the two, boy.
Oh my God, around the place.
No. Oh.
Alondra, yeah, I wasn't thinking Alondra Braze anyway. I don't think she would have had a WrestleMania match.
You sure?
Skillet, is it?
I don't think.
Before 2000 or past 2000?
Huh?
Is it before 2000 or past 2000?
Before 2000.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to go with Mae Young versus Fabulous Moolah.
Moolah.
That is incorrect. Team Bristol.
Man, I know one of the people in, but I don't know the whole match. I just know there was somebody who was kind of big in the match. So
Cindy Lauper was someone's manager.
Yeah. But I don't remember who
Sensational Sherry. Was it Sensational Sherry versus someone?
No, it's not Sherry. I just know.
What song is it?
And somebody.
She's frozen.
Oh, I think that was music as well.
They look shocked, boy.
Versi, I think Fabulous Moolah's there, man.
No, Fabulous Moolah is one of the managers as well as Cindy, but I can't remember who the people who were actually having the match.
Tay might have to leave the thing and come back, kidder. Yeah.
I don't know.
I have no idea, man.
Can you
All
guys
right.
this?
So I'm gonna call this one off. So no one got this right. This is Wendy Richter versus Liani Kai.
You're not getting that.
And Cindy Lauper walked Wendy Richter to the ring. Fabulous Moolah walked Liani Kai to the ring. Tell you back.
Hey.
All right, let's go to round 2. It was Wendy Richter versus Liani Kai. All right, round 2. Now, this one requires a pen and pad. Has anyone in each team got a pen and pad?
I can use my phone.
Yes, you can. If you want to use your phone, if that's easier for you.
I'll use my phone.
Right, now, I'm going to give you a list of matches and what you have to do, and you have to decide as a team. So I don't know how you're going to take this as a team, but why don't you just write down what you have? Because at the end of the day, the question goes for both of you. So it doesn't matter. The question goes for both of you, and you guys decide amongst yourselves, right, where it goes in the ranking of time. Okay. Now it's called the shortest WrestleMania matches ever. I'm going to give you a list of matches, and you're going to write down where you think in order it goes in, in terms. So starts off from the first match will be 1 minute long, and the last match will be in seconds. Okay. Does that make sense? Right.
Cool. Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a list of matches.
When you say list, how many? How many is coming?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 matches.
10, whoa. I versus right on things. I don't know what my face.
So this is the list, okay? Butterbean versus Bart Gunn. Let me know when you've all written that down.
One sec, bro.
All good? Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio.
Interesting.
Legion of Doom versus Power and Glory. The Hart Foundation versus the Bolsheviks.
How do you spell that?
Does it matter?
Dolce and Gabbana.
Exactly. Kane versus Rey Mysterio. No, that's not true. Kane versus Chavo Guerrero. Sorry. Kane versus Chavo Guerrero. Rey Mysterio versus JBL. The Rock versus Eric Rowan. Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. SD Jones versus King Kong Bundy. And last, Hulk Hogan versus Yokozuna. Now take your time. You got the list there. You guys can talk amongst each other. You can whisper towards each other's cameras and whatnot. It doesn't matter because obviously you're all gonna guess. You won't know. And you guys gotta come together to rank where you think it sits in order. Like I said, the first match has to be 1 minute long. The last match is in its seconds. I'm not gonna say how many seconds, but yeah.
This is techie, fam, because I have not watched all these matches.
I know the shortest one. I'm not going to do the longest one.
The shortest one's definitely.
Was it?
I can't even spray it.
Yeah, I think I know the first one as well. I think I know the first two shortest ones, to be honest with you.
I think I know the time.
Okay, I'll tell you what, to make it a bit easier for you guys, so you guys can have debate over it, I'm trusting you guys here. To extend a little WhatsApp group amongst each other in the teams and chat. I'm willing to, but I'm trusting that you guys are not going to go on Google or nothing and none of that. Right?
Mate,
What? Who's okay, fair enough.
So it's Sam, Tay, and Mex. So Mex, if you can invite Tay or into the chat you would have with Sam.
Mate, I'm trying to rank them. I think I've got a good idea of this, to be fair.
Okay, awesome. Tay's like, all right.
There's some here that obviously I've even heard of these matches, but
That's what I'm saying. Some of them I have.
Rey Mysterio, Skillet,
Oh, this is so much fun. I'm glad you guys are joining in this. This is dope.
I was just about to say, Skillet, you got to talk. The audio listeners.
That's gonna fuck me up, man.
The Butterbean match was actually Bart Gunn being punished, so that was actually a quick match. But
I'm gonna throw out a clue by naming the times. I'm not gonna name the matches where the times sit. I'm just gonna name time. Okay. Right. So one of the matches is a minute long. One is 59 seconds. One is 35 seconds. One is 23 seconds. One is 22 seconds. One is 20 seconds. One is 19 seconds. One is 18 seconds. One is 11 seconds. One is 6 seconds.
Oh, 6 seconds. Oh, I know who that is.
Man, no, I'm stuck because.
Go on.
I'm stuck because of the matches that I don't know, that I'm not aware of. But like some of the ones, I know which one's the 9-second one. I know which one is the.
I think I might know which one's for 1 minute though.
Hey, Skilly, you have to give us some half marks or something, bro.
Oh no, for sure. At the end of the day, any of the questions you get right, you're gonna get a mark for it. So don't worry about you have to get everything right or you don't get anything. It's not like that. You're gonna get marks for the ones you do get right, and yeah, we'll just see how it goes.
See, the top three is so difficult to put them in order.
What I'm also willing to do, if you kind of give it a ballpark kind of answer, and it's like I can round it. If it's close to the actual answer, I'll be like, all right, cool. But obviously, if you guess that match for the wrong ballpark answer, you're out of here. Tay, you're on mute. You know that, Tay. Tay, you're on mute.
Yeah, I only know 2, I think.
Okay, no problem.
There's a match that's on my. Did you say that these are the 10 quickest ever?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's throwing me because I'm sure Chris Jericho has a match, and you never said Chris Jericho, did you?
Nope, he's not in this list.
Yeah, but I wasn't that quick. If I think I know what match you're talking about.
He had a match that was in. I think Jerry Lawler was in the match. Oh well, let's go for it.
All right, we'll start off with Team London first.
We're gonna flag it, fam.
I'm gonna mention some. I'm gonna mention the times, and you tell me where you think it ranks. The 1 minute time. And by the way, I am not gonna tell you you're right until Team Bristol gives their answers, and then I will confirm. So, Team London, where is number 1?
Tay, did you write anything for these?
Where is 1 minute line?
I've written one for 18 and 6 seconds. They're the 2 I know.
Okay, Sam, what about you? Because I've kind of done the last 5.
I'm scared because if I say this one, I don't know if it's going to collide with anyone else's. But flip it.
This is the 1 minute answer, yeah? The 1 minute answer.
The Butterbean and Bart Gun match.
Okay, and Team Bristol, what did you have for that?
What did you man put? Where's Wesley?
For number 1.
Oh, light.
So what number one is? One is number 1 minute.
1 minute. So 1 minute is number 10.
Yeah. What did you put in Nafi? I was torn because I got 2 different answers.
Number 1, for number 1, I put either Chavo and Kane or Samoa Joe and Ray.
We want the number 10 answer. So that's the number 1 minute.
Sorry. On number 10 is
1 minute.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I put Samoa Joe, Rey Mysterio.
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead.
Either that or Legion of Doom versus Power and Glory. Those are my 2 number 1 minute.
So what are you sticking with, though? What's your final answer?
I think majority had Samoa Joe versus Ray, so we'll just go with that.
Okay, cool. I can say, should I give the answers now? Or should I give it to,
No,
all right.
Yeah,
I can say, for the 1 minute answer, Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio was the right decision.
Fair enough.
So that's 1 point for Team Bristol. For the 59 seconds, what did you have, Team London?
Give me 2 seconds.
59 seconds. Let's go with the King Kong Bundy match. Unless Tay, Sam, you got anything?
I was thinking more of the LOD match.
The what match? Sorry.
LOD versus Power of Glory.
Okay, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna go with LOD versus Power and Glory and Team Bristol.
Yeah, I had that or the butterbean. So whatever you guys think. What do you guys think? Either LOD or butterbean.
Because I haven't seen that much.
Because the LOD match isn't really spoken about in terms of like the shortest matches ever.
Yeah.
That's the reason I've kept it so high in terms of like timing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What about you, V?
I think it's the same. You know, I don't know. I don't know that one I've read, so I'm just happy to have a watch.
So we going LOD or butterbean?
Let's go butterbean.
I can say that Team London was correct on that one. It was LOD versus Power and Glory in 59 seconds.
Sorry.
The 35 seconds answer. Team Bristol, what do you have for that?
I'm gonna go butterbean because you said that last round. So
yeah,
that's the only one. Because I remember hearing it in Dark Side of the Ring. So
yeah, he was getting chased around. Butterbean was chasing him around the ring basically for a majority of the match. That's why I thought, okay, but yeah,
gave him one bang and slipped him
quick.
Yeah, I think butterbean. Yeah.
So butterbean is the answer you're going with, Team London.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be probably the Heart Foundation. I'll probably go with,
Can we can't have the same answer or what?
Yeah, or Mex. Sorry, Mex.
No. I'm asking Skillet. Are we not allowed to have the same answer?
You have to have the one. You have to agree on the answer.
I mean, can we have the same answer as the other team?
The other team.
Oh yeah, of course. If you want to go, yeah. If you think it's the same thing, yeah, you could say that if you wanted to.
What do you think, Mex? I think maybe the butterbean as well. Maybe
How long was this match?
35
seconds. 35 seconds.
35 seconds.
Oh, you're talking about the time? Yeah.
35 seconds. I'm doing process of elimination.
It's either 35 or 23. I'm sure the butterbean one.
Might be 35, actually.
Let's go with butterbean then.
Yeah.
I can say that you both are correct. 35 seconds, butterbean. So far, you both have got two answers on this round. Okay, what about the 23 seconds match? Who are you giving that to? Team London.
You think Ray JBL?
That came to my mind, but I'm not quite sure.
For how long? 23.
23.
No, because what Ray did, I think Ray went straight for the 619, and that was it.
So
I've been short then.
I think that this was. Who did you say went up against King Kong Bundy?
Oh.
SD Jones.
He sounds like a jobber.
I'm inclined to think it's this one.
Hey, Sam's killing me. Sounds like a jobber.
I'm inclined to think it's this one, guys.
Maybe it might be the King Kong Bundy. Just the fact I've never heard of this SD Jones in my entire life.
You don't know Special Delivery Jones? Come on.
I'm pretty certain it's either this one or Hogan Yokozuna. Because I know that one didn't go over 25 seconds either, I don't think.
Very true.
Let's go with Bundy and Jones.
You're saying Bundy and SD Jones. Okay. I know Team Bristol's lost someone, but they lost Lucha. But
yeah, I think Lucha's phone just died, didn't it? So obviously he just settled down. Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
I think if you can't beat them, you should join them. So they copied out after last time. I think she was copied theirs. They seem to know what they're talking about in it. So I'm gonna let's lock in their answer as well. King Kong Bundy and SD Jones. I hope you guys get it right.
Well, I'm gonna say you both are correct.
Told you.
Well done, Lex.
This game's about to get techie now.
Listen, you see my head is sweating. If I take off my hat right now, long.
22 seconds. Where are you guys going with that?
Wait, who's that for? Bristol.
Oh, for Bristol, yeah. For Bristol.
What do you think, Ken Java?
I think that was shorter. You know, at one point that was the shortest match in history. I don't think it's Kane and Chavo. I think it might be because all the other ones are the things I don't know about. I haven't watched the Hart Foundation and Dolce and Gabbana match, but I know the rest are less than 20 seconds. So I'm inclined to think it's Dolce and Gabbana and Hulk Hogan.
Well, what about Sheamus and DB?
I think that was less than 20 seconds. I think that was less than 20 seconds.
You go Hulk Hogan and Hogan and thing was I don't think.
So it has to be Dolce Gabbana and Hulk Hogan, isn't it? I mean,
Hulk Hogan and Hart Foundation.
Hart Foundation and Dolce Gabbana.
Yeah,
we'll lock in that Hart Foundation and Dolce Gabbana.
And Team London. Oh wait, do you want me to wait for Lucha to give his piece?
Yeah.
23 seconds.
22 seconds.
Oh, is it 22? Oh,
yeah.
I thought you said 23. Oh, it's
23 was the Bundy and SD.
Oh, so I don't know. What do you guys think? 22. Yoko and Hogan, maybe.
Yeah,
I think
it's true.
So what have you guys said already?
I said I initially thought it's either Hart Foundation or Yoko. For 22 seconds.
Kane vs. Chavo. Because remember that was just a choke slam, right? And it was done.
I think wasn't that less than 10 seconds?
Ooh, what? Oh, I don't know.
I might be wrong. But...
So you're gonna stick with what? The Hart Foundation answer?
What do you guys think? Yoko versus Hogan or Hart Foundation?
I know the Yokozuna versus thing match was. I think that was like 30 seconds, man.
I think it was longer.
Yeah.
You know we've gone past 35 seconds. 23 seconds.
Skillet, where's that countdown, bro?
Yoko then. Okay, Yokozuna on Hogan.
And Team London?
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking the Rock rowing, you know, because you know the Rock.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty certain it is Yokozuna and Hogan.
Yeah, just remember that.
Final answer?
Yeah.
You are both correct. You get a point each.
So yeah, cool.
20 seconds. Where does 20 seconds? What match lies in 20 seconds?
With who? London or Bristol?
It will be London. Sorry.
What? It's not the Rock rowing?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna stop dragging that.
Have we said Samoa Ray yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 1 minute.
That was 1 minute.
You guys got that first. Enough. You got that first, bro.
Yeah, we got that first. Yeah.
Wait, what? How many is this one? What second?
20 seconds.
20.
I think it's the Hart Foundation, you know.
We said that.
I think this is JBL, the JBL match. Who did he wrestle again?
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, for Ray to do the 619 takes a couple seconds. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, makes his confidence. We have to copy his answer.
Your answer?
Lock it in, Skillet, but we have to do something about these teeth in Bristol boys.
Okay. The next one will be the last time you can teeth questions after this round, all right?
But what if you just anyway?
Actually, it doesn't really matter. Actually, it really doesn't really matter. It actually doesn't matter. So you lock in this one, London, yeah?
Yeah. Rey Mysterio, JBL.
Bristol.
Yeah, Mex was too confident, man. I think we should just teach that answer, man. Lock it in. The confidence that Mex came with, like, yeah, it was.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, come on, lock it in. Yeah, man, we have to lock that one in.
Okay.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio and JBL.
You are both
too
correct.
confident. I knew it.
I'm Mex, man. You're a bit in and R next time.
So yeah, saw them down the river.
Okay, I'm only going to ask 2 more questions of this time thing. 18 seconds.
Who's
Let's
that
go.
for?
Let's go with Bristol.
Oh, easy. Daniel Bryan, Sheamus.
Yeah.
London, you agree?
Yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's the 18-second match. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fine.
And the last and 11 seconds of the next one.
That's not a rock rolling.
11.
Isn't that flipping?
Sheamus and Danny Bryan was 11
yeah,
seconds. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
No, they were 18.
No, I think that's the
18.
They were 18.
18 seconds.
18.
Okay.
But that would have been.
Wait, who do we have left, Skillet? What are the names left?
Heart Foundation.
I think it's either Rock and Eric Rowan or Kane versus Chavo. Those are the only two I could think of that would
I think it's Rock and Rowan, you know.
Rock and
Are we
roll.
gonna
Who are answering? Who are answering first?
Yeah, who's answering first?
London start.
Who's going first? Is it London?
London, yeah.
Is it?
It's
No,
Actually,
oh,
no,
oh,
I'm capping, you're right. No, Mex, I don't think it is Rock and Rowan, you know.
It's not Rock and roll.
No, that's the fastest time ever.
And it's not Kane and Chavo because that's less. What is this? 11 seconds. Yeah, it's not Kane and Chavo, and it's not Rock and Rowan. Bundy's, we've said this.
I think it's a Heart Foundation, maybe.
I think it's got a B at this point.
For 11 seconds.
Heart Foundation. It's gonna have to be.
Are you locking it in?
Yeah, let's go with Heart Foundation.
Lock it in. Bristol.
Elimination.
Kane and Chavo, random, 100%. Kane.
Yeah, man, it's either Kane and Chavo or Rock. Rock was like 6 seconds or 7 to 8 seconds. I don't know. Mad sure. It'll have to be.
What is that? What are you locking it in as?
Kane and
Chavo.
That is correct. Kane and Chavo was 11 seconds. Heart Foundation Bolsheviks was 19 seconds.
Okay.
How do you pronounce their name? Bolsheviks.
Bolsheviks, yeah. To be honest with you, I'm probably saying it wrong. And Tay was going to be right if I asked the 6-second question, which would have been Rock and Rowan. But I think you all would have got that too. Okay, well done. So that was round 2. Let's go to round 3. Round 3 is women at Mania. So it's a lounge of women matches. Some of these are easy questions that I think you guys will all get. So, give me some points, Question number 1. Who defeated Trish Stratus to win the women's title at Wrestlemania 22?
Oh,
Mickey James.
And you know what? Before you answer that,
I knew the same thing.
We're not going to do a thing where you guys can steal each other's answers. So every question I ask will go to each team. So I'm going to go with Bristol first. WrestleMania 22. No, I'm going to go for Bristol for this question alone, and then I'll go to another question for London. So Team Bristol, who defeated Trish Stratus for the women's title at WrestleMania 22?
Mickey James.
That is correct. Team London. Who won the first ever women's battle royal at WrestleMania 34?
Asuka.
Wait. Wait. Asuka wouldn't have been in a battle royal match. It was either Carmella or Naomi.
Carmella.
Are you sure that's the first one? Like Carmella, I think.
Wait.
I think it was either Naomi or
at WrestleMania, yeah.
Oh, Skillet, did you say this is the first ever one?
Hey, madam, I'm doing a WrestleMania quiz. Sam says, at WrestleMania,
It's not unbelievable. I'm just like, bro. It's just like,
Are we talking about WrestleMania? Yeah.
What's going on?
Skillet, did you say this is the first ever one? Yeah.
Yeah, first ever women's battle royal at WrestleMania. Yes.
I think it's Naomi, guys.
Naomi. Okay.
yeah.
Let's go with Naomi, Skillet.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Team Bristol. Easy one for you guys. Who competed in the first ever women's main event at WrestleMania?
Oh, that's easy. Go on, Versi.
It was Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and oh my days, hold on. No, chill. Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Don't tell me you're thinking. Don't tell me you're thinking about that answer.
No, you just couldn't remember her name.
Okay.
Team London, who defeated Asuka's undefeated streak at WrestleMania?
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Lock it
Couple
in.
easy ones. Couple easy ones. Bristol, who defeated Trish Stratus and Lita to retain her women's title at WrestleMania 18?
Oh, Jazz.
That is correct. London, who walked Wendy Richter to the ring at the first ever WrestleMania?
Sorry, say that again. I couldn't hear. Sorry, the connection was buffering.
We said this earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly.
So who was it?
I can't remember the woman's name. Some
She's
foreign
not.
thing. Some foreign something.
Corin.
Well, the singer, Cyndi Lauper.
Yes, Tay. Well
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Tay had to drag that one out, bro. You guys are broken down
Just wanna
card.
have fun. That's a tune.
All right. So that was a short, quick round. That was the women's round. The next one is called the streak. Round 4. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go across each room. You gotta tell me in chronological order every Undertaker opponent until he met his demise of the streak. And we go back and forth until we get there. Okay?
Sam, this is all you, mate.
This is all you, Sam.
Is it all oh yeah, because he's Undertaker fan, isn't he? All right. Hold on. One sec. I want to get the list up because I want to make sure that my list is right.
I don't think his first opponent too again.
Huh?
No, relax, bro. We haven't started yet.
I was testing you, Sam.
No, I'm good.
Okay, so because Team London answered the last question, we go with Team Bristol first. So, Team Bristol, what is Undertaker's first opponent at WrestleMania?
You want me to go? What
What did you say?
You said-
I can't even hear you properly.
Do you want me to go for this one? Because I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. I had no idea who it was, but go ahead.
Jimmy Snuka. You got to say the WrestleMania as well.
No.
No, I don't.
Jimmy Snuka.
That is correct. Team London, who's the next opponent?
Jake the Snake.
That is correct. This might be quick, actually. Team Bristol, next opponent, please.
Garvey.
Dan Gonzalez.
Jan Gonzalez. Yeah.
That is correct. Oh, sorry.
Go on, Black.
London.
King Kong Bundy.
That is correct. I'm liking this little competition here. Bristol.
Diesel.
Yeah, Diesel.
That is correct. London.
Psycho Sid.
That is correct.
No, he wasn't called Psycho Sid then, was he? So
He was.
Stop it, Sid
was
Vicious.
No, he was. And to state the record, he was Psycho Sid. then.
Exactly. If you want to start.
The only time Sid won the title was when he was with Psycho Sid. Next opponent for Bristol.
Kane.
That is correct. London.
Some of you stuck. I know it's the Fed brother.
But Max, you can say it too, bro.
How is it? Big Boss Man.
When he hung him in the Hell in the Cell. Yeah, I was going to get confused with. No, the thing is, I knew, but I was going to get confused with the next person. Why? But go on.
Sorry, bro.
Huh? What's that?
We're going next now, yeah.
Yeah, so they got that right. It was Big Boss Man. So now it's Bristol.
Wait.
You said Triple H, yeah?
Yeah.
That is correct. London.
Was it big?
What are you gonna say before? We're not locking this in. Go on, Sam.
You can't look. Yeah, you make sure you all agree on it before you.
What year is this? Wait, where are we?
When he's American Badass.
Oh, this one's easy.
Yeah, I know who it is. I'm testing Sam's knowledge here. Undertaker stand.
It's just the matches. Oh my god, Ric Flair.
That's the one.
That is correct. Well done. Well done. I thought you. Okay, I'm not gonna say.
No, it's because I get the matches confused. It's like I'm thinking which year, but no.
Next opponent, Team Bristol.
A-Train, Big Show.
A-Train.
That is correct. London.
A-Train and Big Show. Was that 20? No, that was 19, wasn't it?
I am not allowed to tell you.
What did Bristol say before?
I can't tell you the WrestleManias. I can't tell you.
Big Show and A-Train.
Okay.
This one's easy.
The one after.
Yeah.
What year was that?
After Big Show and A-Train.
No, bro, come on.
You spoke about it on a recent podcast.
I think it's Kane. Is it Kane?
That is correct.
Kane, it's just the years. That's all I need to know. I know.
Bristol.
Randy Orton.
That is correct. London.
It's just confusing the names. Oh my god. I don't know why I'm so strict to say his name. Batista.
No, it's not Batista.
No. Cut off.
Now you are no good, bro.
No.
It's not. You have to say that.
You said it with him. Bro.
I think it's Mark Henry, but did Mark Henry ever have a match with him?
I think it is. I think you're right.
No, Mark Henry was after Batista.
No.
You guys got 5 seconds. 5.
Was that WrestleMania 23?
3,
Mark Henry.
2, 1. What's the final answer?
Mark Henry.
Batista.
That is correct. Mark Henry.
Okay, fair enough.
Sweating.
Hey, compared to V, we're a mess.
Batista.
That is correct. London.
This was the Edge match, if I'm correct.
You locking it in?
It's around.
Yeah.
Final answer?
After Batista.
Yeah, Edge, yeah.
That is correct. Bristol.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, sure.
That is correct.
Yeah, it was.
London.
Shawn Michaels.
That is correct. Bristol.
Triple H.
Great.
That is correct. London.
Triple H.
That is correct. Bristol.
CM Punk.
That is correct. And London.
Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. Okay, well, listen, we're gonna stop it there. I have a lot more rounds, but I think we're gonna have to say goodbye to one of the competitors in this podcast. I'm afraid. Nafi,
So
thank you for joining, my brother.
Oh yeah, it's been sick.
We'll do more, my friend. Thank you so much for joining, my friend.
Thanks for coming.
That's love, man. Take care, guys. See you guys
Take
soon.
Big love, brother.
So now we have a handicap match. Lucha V versus Doughboy. Let's see if you guys. I mean, there's not much rounds left anyway, so we'll be quick. The next round, round 5, is celebrities word association. The rules of the game is: I say a celebrity that appeared at WrestleMania. You name the wrestler that celebrity interacted with. Could be a match. It could be a promo. It could be a segment. Okay. Does that make any sense? All right. I got a list of celebrities here. Let's start off with Team London. Ozzy Osbourne.
Christ.
Oh, is this ours? Team London, yeah?
Yeah.
And what do we have to do?
You got to associate a name of a wrestler that interacted with the celebrity in either a promo or a segment or whatever, or a match, or whatever.
I just found out he was in WWE the other day when he went into the Hall of Fame. I have no idea.
Exactly.
Can we steal the answer? Can we steal the question?
Yes, you can steal the question. So,
Thank you, yeah.
Are you guys skipping?
Tay, Sam, anything?
I didn't even find that you went in the other day as well.
Same.
All right, let's go to Team Bristol.
British Bulldogs winning the tag team titles.
That is correct. And because you stole the answer, that's 5 points. Team Bristol.
Fees up.
Mike Tyson.
I see you go on, V.
WrestleMania 14 interacted with DX and Stone Cold.
Yeah. Any of those will give you the points. So yes, that is correct. Team London, Floyd Money Mayweather.
He had a match with Big Show.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Bristol, Muhammad Ali.
He refereed a match with flip. Was it Hogan? Was it Hogan or Roddy Piper?
Is that the final answer?
Versi, confirm or not? I don't know. I think
I'm with you. I can't.
Yeah, I think he refereed a match with Roddy Piper that was involved.
That is correct. That is very correct. You are right.
But Skillet, can we be a bit more descriptive? Wasn't that a tag team match?
He said wide association.
I said
mention one person.
name
I did that.
one person that's involved in it. You can name any, as long as that person's involved in it, it's no problem.
I'm trying to start. I was already handicapped.
Team London, Donald Trump.
Bobby Lashley.
That is correct.
Umaga.
Team Bristol, Alice Cooper.
Shit. Was it not the same match with the British Bulldogs? Or I might be wrong. No, it's not. I'm not locking that in.
When Skillet's here shaking his head.
Take the snake.
Oh shit! Sorry, did I give you? Because I shook my head.
Oh, did you say it?
Sorry. No, I shook my head though.
Oh,
but yeah. But you're all right. You're all right, Delboy. You're all right.
Jake the Snake, innit? Yeah, I remember him holding the snake.
Sorry, Team London. Sorry, I didn't think there. Sorry. Team London, Pamela Anderson.
Ooh, I don't even know that one.
No idea.
Sam?
Randy Savage? I don't know.
No, it would have been years after.
Okay.
Pamela's like late 90s, early 2000s.
Pamela Anderson.
Val Venus.
That is incorrect. It was Shawn Michaels. Yeah, but
stop it.
Shawn Michaels.
Time ran out. Stop it.
Team Bristol, Lawrence Taylor.
Shit.
Who the hell is that guy?
Batman Bigelow.
That is correct.
Come on.
Team London, Mr. T.
Hogan.
Yeah, that is correct. Bristol, Ice-T.
Oh, Ice-T. WrestleMania 2000 with oh my days,
Ice-T.
Come on, V, you know this, man. You know it.
D'Lo Brown.
That is correct. Pimpinane, easy man.
Yeah.
London, Pete Rose.
Kane.
That is correct. Well done. That was quick. And lastly, the last celebrity of this round for Bristol, Snoop Doggy Dogg.
No, wait, no.
What did we?
I'll steal it. 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 I'll steal it right now. I'll steal it right now.
He didn't look it. He didn't look it.
London cashing in. London cashing in.
He didn't look it.
Question mark.
Nah, brother.
He didn't look it. He didn't look it.
I didn't look it.
Okay, go on. What's your answer then?
It was a Divas match. I remember. It was a Divas match, but I can't remember which
Who's in
Divas
it?
were involved.
Who's in it?
Can't be, you know it, man. I don't know, Kelly or something. Fuck it, man.
That is incorrect. London.
Can't we just say Sasha Banks?
Exactly. Yes, you can. So that's 5 points for London. 5 points for London.
It's affiliations. It doesn't matter when.
It's word association for any time, any period.
Any time.
Yeah. Okay, that was
good. Fucking hell, mate.
All right, so I'm gonna do 2 more rounds, and then we're gonna call it this quiz. Wrap this quiz up. This one is called Wrestlers Who Retired at Mania. Now, what you guys got to do? There's 7 names. You guys got to write down on a list of who you think has retired at a WrestleMania. You only get the points if you get all 7 right.
Right, Team London. How many you lot got?
I've got 3 so far.
I've got 3. Let me think.
Like I said, if you need to share, if you need to converse in a WhatsApp group, feel free to do it. I trust you guys.
Skillet, when we say retire, are we talking about like an official retirement match?
Last match. This ain't. Yes.
Just
Good
their
question.
last match or what?
Good question. This ain't no last match at Mania. Then 5-10 years later they've come back. It's none of that.
Oh, that rules out one of our people then.
It's a last. It's last match, and you haven't seen them back since.
Ooh. Yeah, we have to take one off. One has to get taken off.
That rules off like 3 from my list.
I'm saying like they've retired.
No, but be more descriptive. Is it in ring? Is it fighting in the ring or for promos afterwards?
In ring.
Okay. Cool.
Are you saying?
And then I'll keep my 2 then. No, it's all right, Max. If you've
What's that?
took all 3 out, you can take them. That's what
Lucha, what you saying, bro? Versus?
So are you saying that's their last match at Mania and they haven't wrestled since? Or haven't
That's
wrestled
right.
at Mania?
It's the last match at Mania, and they haven't wrestled since.
That rules out everyone, man. There's no such thing as retirement in wrestling.
But when I say also, wait, that's a good point. That's a good question. So when I say haven't wrestled since, they haven't wrestled at WWE since.
Yeah.
They haven't wrestled in WWE since. So obviously, some of these people might have gone and wrestled somewhere else, but for WWE, they haven't wrestled in that ring since.
So Saudi Arabia count.
WWE match, not with the last.
Saudi Arabia does not count.
Saudi Arabia.
The last WWE match or their last WrestleMania match.
Come like Saudi Arabia is a promotion.
It's last WrestleMania / WWE match. Some people may have wrestled in some places like Saudi Arabia, like somebody mentioned. That doesn't count.
Okay, cool. We're in the clear.
I've got 3 people now. I've got 3 people.
Like, this is long, Skillet.
I've got 3 people.
Yeah, I'm at 3.
So I'll take off my hat there. Yeah, for real.
Wait, how many people is it? Did you say 5?
I love Sam. Sam is jokes. You know.
No, I've got 4 now.
7 is the total number, Tay.
I've got 4, I think.
Tay, you got 4. That's good. I'm stuck, and one of my
Team Bristol.
Team
Bristol, where you guys at? Team Bristol.
I think we're on 4.
Fair enough.
Okay. I might be a bit fair and give you a point for each person you get. I'll be a bit fair. I know this is a bit mad. All right. Should we start?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go with Team Bristol first. What is your list, Team Bristol?
So far we've got Ric Flair, HBK, Stone Cold, Undertaker, and Kurt Angle.
So you got 5. So
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's 5 points. And London?
Should I read? So
I'll read some after if time for that.
okay. Stone Cold, Ric Flair, Undertaker, The Rock. I put.
Yeah, I put that.
You're shaking your head, Sam, but he ain't had a match since.
But didn't The Rock come and intervene in something? Does that count?
The Rock does not count because The Rock hasn't officially retired from wrestling. So The Rock does not count, I'm afraid.
So sorry, what I said. Kurt Angle was my other one. So Flair, Taker, Austin, Angle if The Rock don't count.
So you got 4.
JBL, yeah.
You got JBL. Okay, so you got 5 as well. So what other names you could have said?
I was going to say one more.
Go on.
Yeah.
I was going to say Lesnar.
Lesnar has not officially retired.
Yep.
He has officially retired.
Okay.
So JBL is correct. Kurt Angle's correct. Ric Flair is correct. Did you guys say Sean?
Yeah.
But Sean had a match at Saudi Arabia.
I said Saudi Arabia doesn't count. I said that.
Oh shit!
But that's a match, though. No, you're taking the.
But I said Del Boy asked, does Saudi Arabia count? And I went, no. I said that multiple times.
No, you did, but like, why wouldn't it count?
No, because
wrestling in a ring is a match.
But didn't he kick Daniel Bryan?
I also said that Ric Flair. I didn't mention Ric Flair, but I hinted at Ric Flair.
Ric Flair wrestled in TNA after.
That's what I said. So they retired in WrestleMania, but they've gone on to wrestle other places. But I'm still gonna give that a retirement. So,
but wouldn't you say Shawn Michaels kicking HBK in the face when the time? No, sorry, when Shawn Michaels kicked Daniel Bryan in the face. Sorry.
No.
All right, cool.
So JBL, Kurt Angle, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker. That was his last match. Was that against AJ Styles? And you guys forgot to mention AJ Lee.
Oh yeah.
The last match was at WrestleMania. But okay, well done, guys. All right, last round, and then we'll call this quiz an end, and I'll round up the scores, and we'll call it a day. This is Tag Team Mania. Questions on tag team wrestling at WrestleMania. Team London. The Hardys returned at WrestleMania 33 and won the WWE Raw Tag Team titles. But who was the champions walking into that match?
Can we converse? Not put it out there.
Of course you can. Because this question, you can converse because this question will not go to Team Bristol. There's no stealing in this one.
Was it the bar?
I think so. You know.
Who was the other team in the match? Because it wasn't.
It was because
it wasn't Big Cass. It wasn't Big Cass and Enzo. So you say the bar, but I can't remember who the other team was.
Not the Wyatts.
No.
Nah, the Wyatts wasn't.
No.
Oh, that's annoying.
Wait, it was a ladder match.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
When was this? 015?
I think it might have been 16.
16. I don't know why I can see Dolph
No,
Ziggler, but I'm not sure.
Was it 7? This is 17.
What are you guys talking about?
What year the WrestleMania was?
What year?
Oh yeah.
Timekeeping.
Let's go with the bar. Let's go with the bar.
Yeah.
The bar.
That is unfortunately incorrect. It was Gallows and Anderson.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I couldn't remember who the next team was.
Team Bristol. Who defeated the Smoking Guns at WrestleMania 11 to become tag team champions?
Oh, this is where we need Lloyd. Flipping Smoking Guns, you know. Trying to think. The thing is around that period, yeah. The tag teams around that time weren't really that great.
No, they weren't. They were dead.
They weren't that great.
Sorry.
That's why it's kind of hard to like put. I'm trying to think.
I know. That's why I'm asking the question.
Oh wait, hold on. You're 2011, right? 2011, you said.
That's right.
Owen Hart and Yokozuna.
Well done. Wow.
How you got that, bro?
Wow.
So I was about to say,
God.
1, 2, 3 kids.
Bro, the fact you remember that is mind-boggling right now, my G. That is a forgotten match. Okay, Team London. Who was Chris Benoit's tag team partner at WrestleMania 19?
19.
Just before 20.
Oh, really?
I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking out loud.
Stamina.
I'm thinking out loud.
I'm done.
It wasn't Kurt Angle because that was the one he main evented, right? With Lesnar at 19. Was it? I'm tempted to say Jericho or someone like that. 19. Eddie Guerrero. I have no idea. I don't know.
Is that final answer?
Tay, you got any names?
I would have gone with Eddie Guerrero. I don't know who else.
So, the opponents Benoit was facing against was Los Guerreros, Chavo and Eddie, the world's greatest tag team, Shelton and Charlie Haas, and Benoit's tag team partner was the man beast, Rhino.
Oh, God.
Team Bristol, who won the tag team battle royal at WrestleMania 14?
Ooh. Fucking hell. Got me there.
All I remember, is that the last 2 teams were like some reborn versions of O teams. No. Oh, because what do you call it? Like the new Midnight Express, them man. Like they were in the match, but they didn't win it. It was a team
around that period was foggy for tag teams, bro.
Oh my days.
How long have they got left?
10, 9, 8.
Fam, who knows? Oh no, New Age Outlaws or something. I don't know, man.
No.
No, we got time anyways.
It's going.
LOD
2000.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'm going with LOD.
Del Boy, you agree with him?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
That is correct.
God bless you, bro.
That's all. I was like, yeah, I think so. You know.
God bless you. What the fuck?
Mad, you know.
Team London, who defeated the Kabuki Warriors to win the Women's Tag Team Championship?
Please, Tay.
When? Where? Which mania? Come on, more deets, please.
You know, I can't remember the mania. You know, let me get you up. I can't remember the mania.
Warriors. That Kabuki Warriors must have been this past year. It must have been 36, no?
No.
Yes, it was 36.
Yes. Oh my God.
It wasn't Bailey and Sasha. So who held the titles before them?
Iconic.
I don't think it was the Iconics.
No, it wasn't. After them,
it was a random.
Alexa Bliss and
Nikki Cross. That's okay.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Well done.
And the last question for the last quiz round, whatever we're calling this. So Bristol, WrestleMania 17, we saw the iconic TLC match with Edge, Christian, Dudley's, Hardy. But when Lita got involved in the match, who did she crack over the head with a brutal chair shot? It was if you look back at this match and see how Lita smashed this man's head with the chair, it was something to behold. It was an amazing shot. And then she took off her shirt.
The answer, but the only person I can really think of is Devon, because Devon sells chairs.
He loves taking them bumps, innit? He loves taking them bumps.
But I might be wrong though. I don't want to lock that in, but I've gone V.
I want to say Spike Dudley. Because there was a third person for each team in the match, and then if it was one of the main people, then it would have been. I think Spike Dudley.
Is that the final answer?
You seem confident. We'll go with that.
That is correct. Well done, man.
God bless you, bro.
He's sick, bro. He's so sick. That is correct. Lita cracked Spike Dudley with the chair, took off her shirt, then turned around into a 3D. One of the best matches I've ever seen in my life. All right, I'm going to round up the scores, and we'll come back to you. And you guys talk amongst yourselves.
Guy, bro.
Wait, are we going to do WrestleMania predictions? Or are we doing that tomorrow?
Yeah, actually, yeah. You guys go through some WrestleMania predictions while I. That's a good shout, Tay. While I count the scores.
Oh, so you might as well lead it. What are you predicting?
Who, me?
No, I said Tay, you might as well lead it. Who are you predicting?
Oh, wait. What are the matches?
So, what's the matches? So I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up the card, and then everyone just literally go around one name. Who we think is gonna be, yeah. So let this card just come up. Right, we'll start with what is supposedly tomorrow. The women's fatal four-way: Naomi, Lana, Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose, Riot Squad, Natalia, and Tamina, and apparently Carmella and Billie Kay. Thoughts?
I wouldn't be surprised if Carmella and Billie Kay take it, because I just feel like they're just like the odd ones out. I feel like they'll just take it. And I feel like because Carmella hasn't, I feel like a new gimmick hasn't really been utilized as much. So I don't know. Maybe they could probably combine it together. If that makes sense.
Right, let me move on to the next match. Del Boy, what do you think out of Bad Bunny, Damian Priest versus Miz and Morrison?
Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, man, they're going to take it. I've been hearing a lot of news that Bad Bunny's been training every day at the Performance Center, like he moved to Florida and everything, and they're very happy with his progress. So I'm excited to see what he's actually going to do. A lot of people don't really like, celebrities coming in. I mean, after Pat McAfee, he's got a lot of shoes to fill, but it should be a fun match. I know it's going to be quick. It's just going to, it's going to put Bad Bunny over. Damian Priest is going to get over. So. Yeah, just over and done with, really. Should be decent.
Cool. Tay, the steel cage match between Strowman and Shane McMahon. What do you think?
Strowman. It's the typical bully match, but he's gonna win. Strowman, just to show get over these bullies, that kind of
cool. Okay. The tag team match V. New Day versus Omos and AJ Styles. Who's
AJ? AJ's my guy. I think it's going to be the debut of Omos as well, so I can't see them debuting him and then making him lose.
Yeah,
New Day will be out of that one day. So yeah, AJ and Omos.
Cool. Sam, Rollins versus Cesaro.
Oh, Cesaro.
Cool.
Match of the night. Sorry.
Yeah. Del Boy. We got the WWE Championship match: Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley.
I hate to say it, but I feel like Drew's gonna take it. It's not even Phil. I know he's gonna take it.
I know, unfortunately.
Bobby's had a decent run. They gave us our token champion. It's now back to the scheduled program.
No, but let's be honest here, though. Do you really think Bobby had a decent run?
No.
Like,
Of course not. He hasn't had anything. They haven't let him do anything. They split up the Hurt Business. They've made him look like a coward after how many months of running through the whole locker room. Now he's got the title. They've just made him look like, go and I put money on this guy's head. Go and do my dirty work. It doesn't make sense. So
even though the wrestling crowd will get drowned out by canned audience sound and cheers, I really hope the WWE universe shows up for Hurt Business this weekend. I really hope they do.
Yeah, 100%.
We need to go. I need to hear some Hurt Business this chance, man. It's madness. It's madness. That decision was crazy.
Next one, I'll come to you, Skillet, because we actually didn't get your prediction on this when we spoke about it earlier. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair.
It's gonna be Bianca. I really want it to be Sasha, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think she's been so underappreciated in WWE. Like I think who said it earlier that she's the best women's wrestler in the roster? Who mentioned that?
Black said it.
I think Black is absolutely right. She could do everything. So I would love a big part of me would love to see Sasha win it, but at the same time, I do know how important it is if Bianca wins it. So either way is a win-win for me. Cool. So, but I'm gonna say Bianca.
On to night 2, so we got Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler defending the women's tag championships against whoever wins the match on night 1. So Tay, who do you think is going to win, and then what do you think is going to be the outcome of this match?
I'll probably say Naomi and Lana will go through, and then they'll retain. They'll retain their championships.
You think Nia Jax and Shayna are going to retain?
Yeah, I agree too.
Okay. Versi, we got The Fiend versus Randy Orton.
I don't care, bro.
Hey, Versi, isn't this storyline the worst ever? It's dead. It's so dead.
Yeah. So dead.
I still can't believe this match doesn't have a stipulation, but we'll move.
Man got burned in the singles match. I'm finished.
Sam, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn.
I see them fight all the time. Kevin Owens.
Cool. Del Boy, we got the US Championship match, Riddle versus Sheamus.
Let's go with Riddle.
Cool. Skillet, we have the Nigerian drum fight match for the Intercontinental Championship in the middle of Lagos, Nigeria. Who do you think is going to win, Apollo Crews or Big E?
I think it's going to be Apollo because I think after this program, Big E's going to get a main event program. I think Big E's going to be moved to the main event slot. So Apollo Crews.
Cool.
And what he's gonna do for the Intercontinental title, you know when Ultimate Warrior used to change the colors of the straps? The strap of it's gonna be white and green.
Oh no, they need to keep that in the bin, man.
They can't
don't need that.
I think Mercy saw that comment.
God forbid.
He's gonna have it white and green, the strap. Yeah, Nigerian colors. I'm all for it. You know what? The accent is a bit of a joke thing, but
absolutely joke thing, bro.
If I'm Nigerian, I'm fuming right now. But at the same time, I'm actually enjoying Apollo. I'm actually enjoying him.
Yeah, Apollo's doing his best with this. Tay, Asuka versus Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship.
Asuka's gonna retain that one.
Okay.
Io Shirai.
Versus last but not least, the Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns defending against Daniel Bryan and Edge.
It's techie because anybody who wins, I wouldn't really be mad now because everyone has a claim to the title. Me personally, I think we've done Bryan, underdog. But he doesn't pin Roman, he pins Edge.
It's going to be Daniel Bryan, for sure.
That's what I think. That's what I
think.
It's It's gonna be Daniel Bryan.
If Roman
I
ain't
think it's
retaining,
gonna
then
be
it better
No,
be
no, no, no.
Bryan.
Roman's retaining. Roman's definitely retaining.
No, I thought so. I thought Roman was gonna retain, but because it is the first Mania with a crowd since last year, they want that yes. They want the yes chance. They want it. There's a reason.
I'm going with Edge.
I don't think Bryan would have been put into this match if it wasn't for a live crowd. Honestly, no
He's
offense.
put into that match to be pinned. Edge is
be
going to pin him.
pinned.
I disagree. I disagree.
I think
Listen,
Roman's
Edge's neck is on his last legs. Yeah, they need to give him a title quick time.
No, I think Edge would know he doesn't need to have the title.
He doesn't. But
Edge
will give it to him.
No.
He had to vacate his title. He had to vacate his title.
I think Edge is of sound.
He never had to defend it.
Edge is of sound mind. He's of sound mind, and I think he's not like those egotistical people. Like, I'm back. I want to win the belt. I think he's going to be like, no, I'm back to help prove the wrestling product. And I think the fact that they're having a live crowd there, and the fact that Bryan's been put in after the whole Royal Rumble thing seems like a live crowd yes moment to me. Daniel Bryan's going to win.
I don't know, man. I think Roman is. I think their company are just going to keep him there for a very long time, and I love it. If he does, I love it.
I can't lie. I don't want this to happen, but if Edge doesn't win, I'm going to be annoyed that he won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But I don't want him to win anything.
Edge has done it all, though.
It happens, though. It happens. We have so many people that won. Shinsuke Nakamura won a Royal Rumble. Didn't win no title.
I hear that. But I just think that for Edge at his age to win the Royal Rumble and then not go on and win it, not that I want him to win it, I don't think that's very progressive. But yeah.
All right, let's wrap this one up. I want to say a special thank you to Wresthings family for joining us today. Del Boy, Anafi, Lucha V, Sam Blacks. Thank you so much for always coming down and support. Well, not always coming. That's the first time you've come down, but thank you for showing the love. But you've always shown the love throughout the years and vice versa. You know, we love you guys dearly. Please plug away your podcast for those who are listening so they can find your work.
Boy, Google us, baby. We're about. Wrestling's on everything: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're all there, man.
And I hope you guys get to enjoy WrestleMania. I'll be messaging you guys when it's on live because I'm going to be staying up for it. And let's hopefully we have a good WrestleMania weekend. Max, say anything before we sign out?
Yeah, I got something.
Go ahead.
What's the scores? Who won the quiz?
Oh yeah.
One thing I wanted to know, actually, sorry, just online. Yeah. Yo, are we streaming, by the way, for Mania?
Oh,
yeah, we're doing a stream still.
Okay.
So plug the live stream. Where can people?
We're going to be doing a WrestleMania Zoom party. So if you want to join, just hit us up, DM us. We're banned from. We're not banned from YouTube, but loads of haters keep getting us banned from YouTube. So
really,
they're seeing too many black faces and they're thinking, "Oh shit, black boys watching wrestling. We don't want to see that."
Are you serious? You know what? Though? I you know what? I don't disagree with you there. I do feel like. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Of course. It's a little something when you're black and you're trying to get into the wrestling business. I'll tell you that much. But in last place, unfortunately, Team London with 50 points. You came last. And in first place with 73 points, Team Bristol.
Big bees.
I hate losing, but you know what? It's my guys anyway. So
Versi came in with some super kicks towards the end. That was a super kick party. That's what it was.
I was not sitting up from that one.
All the listeners who tune into the Kickout week in, week out, we thank you. I hope you enjoyed WrestleMania this weekend and follow us back on for the WrestleMania review show on Monday. We are out.